today on Divorce Court.
I know Kevin's seeing somebody because he's not coming home at night.
That's stupid. She controlling. She want to do everything. She want everything to be up under her. She don't want me to have to do nothing with nobody else.
Somebody's in the picture. Word around town, he's seeing somebody.
It's pathetic and it's pitiful and I'm tired of it.
If Kevin don't leave the other woman alone, then I am not moving with him. He cannot see the kids no more, and I'm going about my business. I might even move out the state. I want the judge to tell Kevin to move me back in our house together with our children, start taking care of his kids.
I want Judge then to tell Kavisha she need to straighten up or she need to move on to somebody else.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kavisha Drew and Kevin Drew. The two of you have been married for 15 years. You have 5 children together, but you do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Drew, you are looking for $6,500 for a car, a U-Haul, and $1,800 for a townhome deposit. I'm going to talk to you about that momentarily. But before we do, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what one of the primary issues is in your marriage and why you're trying to end it after 15 years?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I don't know how and why so long, because this guy, he only wants to have sex on Sundays. He has the Sunday rule. The reason why is because on Monday, he's talking about, oh, we just did it yesterday. On Tuesday, I got to walk 3.7 miles just to exercise and get myself together because he wants to keep his stamina up, okay? So then on Wednesday, he's talking about, oh, it's workout day. I can't have sex today. Thursday, the kids are up too late. Friday, it's family night, we can't do it. And Saturday, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Then on Sunday, he's talking about, you know what time it is. It's only on Sunday, Your Honor. And I just can't understand that. And how
hang on for a second, Mr. Drew?
Yes, ma'am.
Sex only on Sunday? Is this true?
I like to keep stuff on the schedule, you know, and that's how I like to do it. I was in the military, so you like to keep stuff going on the same day. But it's more to the story than just that.
Well, what is it?
Well, we've been married for 15 years. We've been together longer than that.
Right.
We've had sex probably over 1 million times. So at a certain extent, it gets boring doing the same thing. When I try to catch her in the kitchen, she'll be cooking. I love to see what she cook.
Right.
I try to creep up behind her, try to get one in real quick while the kid's out there somewhere. She wants to stop what I'm doing right in the middle of it and say, no, let's go upstairs to the bedroom. I don't want to go in the bedroom. I want to do it right here. This is where the excitement's going to come from. I try to catch her in the closet when she about to go to the bathroom, get in the shower. I like to catch her right before she get in that shower, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
where
right.
everything's still natural. And then, now I got to go get in the shower first. I've been married with you for 15 years. I don't have to worry about no shower. I already know what you smell like. I'm good with that. I'm straight with that. We all right. You ain't got to hide nothing from me no more.
Now, Mrs. Drew, is it true that he tries to catch you a little, trying to make it romantic, a little mysterious, a little here and there?
All he doing is trying to get some Philly. He's not trying to have sex for real. Because when I tell him let's go upstairs, and then it's like, oh no, the kids are going around, they're going to walk in the door, and they're going to catch us.
That's why I want to do it downstairs, because they upstairs.
How you going to do it downstairs if they running around the house?
Because
that makes no sense, Your Honor.
Well, do you actually tell her, because I walked 3.7 miles, I can't have sex with you today? Is your stamina that bad?
No, this the thing. This the thing, Your Honor. When I go out, I got to work. I do mechanic work, I go to school in the evening time, and I help my mother at her job. So when I finally get home, I still got to go work out. So when I come home, I'm actually tired. That's only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm usually tired. I'm dead tired. My feet hurt. Then I come in the house. My kids running around. Right. My youngest son is butt naked, running around manhood, flapping everywhere. So I got to go make sure he's straight. Then it's no food being cooked. House is dirty. I got to do all that. I got to clean up. I got to get over there. I got to chef up on the stove. Then I got to go make sure the clothes is washed, because she'll put the clothes in the washer and leave them there for a month. So then I got to do that. And then when I finally get upstairs after I done worked, done took care of the kids, cooked and cleaned, and I finally decide that I want to go work out and come home, it's 11 o'clock at night. Then she say, oh, you want to get it in? No, I'm tired.
But that's every day, though.
I got you, Mr. Drew. I got you, Mr. Drew. Mrs. Drew, you say you have to be completely silent during sex. Explain that to me.
Yes. If I make some noise, he said, oh, you just turned me off. You just turned me off if I make a noise or if I make a certain face. I don't know what kind of face I'm making. I'm enjoying myself, right? So I'll make a certain face, and he'll be like, why you gotta make that ugly face? face.
That's a
And then he
fact.
just
Now, Mr. Drew,
That's a fact.
Mr. Drew, as gently as you can, tell me what is distressing to you about her facial expressions or her voice when you're having sex.
First off, when we get into it and she really get, when she's satisfied, her voice get deep, like mine. And I don't want that, because I don't want a man, I want a woman. So anytime that I'm really doing what I gotta do, and she goes, oh yeah, that's great. No, of course. That's what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to still be going strong when I hear another dude in the room? Come on now.
Now, Mr. Drew, you got to be a little flexible.
I mean,
you
no.
know, in a moment of passion, you have to allow for however it expresses itself. Some men never hear that at all. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a good job. She's just trying to let you know.
But I'm saying I can't help myself. I don't want no other man in the room. So when I hear that, that's my reaction. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
He has a nasty attitude. He has a nasty attitude problem.
What do you mean he has a nasty attitude?
He gets mad at the kids and stay beefing with them. He called them people on the street. And he stay beefing with them for 3 or 4 days at a time and won't talk to them. Then if he gets an attitude for something I said or something I did, he'll run across the house and just knock all the pictures off the wall.
Better that than you.
And then one day, my daughter calls me and say, Daddy is yelling through the house, banging on the walls, talking about you stole his clothes, and he want his clothes back. Where did you put his clothes at? I said, okay, I'm on my way home. I gets home, he huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf and walked out the house. I said, okay, God got you. He goes outside and gets into a terrible accident where a 4x4 came through the windshield, almost took his head off. Because that's that attitude that he plays on. I keep telling him.
That ain't got nothing to do with attitude.
Yes, it has a lot to do with your attitude.
Car accident is linked to attitude?
No, Mr. Drew, I think what she's saying is that you go off half-cocked, you're angry, you go out there, and anything can happen to you.
Exactly.
Do you throw the stuff off the wall, and do you beef with your kids for 5 days?
She over-exaggerates everything.
No, it's not an over-exaggeration.
Beefing means I'm not going to sit right here. If you decide that you want to disrespect me, I'm going to give you time to cool off.
Right.
She called that beefing because I'm not going to sit right here and I'm not going to talk to you. So if you got an attitude and I'm telling you this is what need to be done and you not doing, I'm going to say, well, look, don't talk to me then until you get yourself correct.
So you give them the silent treatment until they come around.
But they be coming around.
They don't be coming around because they come around, I'm already there.
It'll be like with my daughter. She'll walk in, she have a pretty little dress on. She might be going to a recital or going somewhere to a gala or something. He won't even say, you look beautiful today. And I said, Kevin, you going to speak to your daughter today? And he'll walk away. Like, I'm beefing with her. It's still beef mode.
Oh, okay. I think I got this part all wrapped up. Now what I want to talk about are the outside influences that you say are hurting the marriage.
We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I'm now single. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them. There's several of them. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my inbox too.
Hang on, Miss Wade.
What do you mean by that?
Mrs. Drew, why don't you tell me who Ms. Sapphire Faison is as you step forward?
When I need somebody to confide in, this is my best friend, I confide in her. Faison, tell her what's going on, and you ain't Willy Wonka, so don't sugarcoat.
Mrs. Drew, you may run your house, but this is my house, and I run it, so you just relax. Okay. Now, Sapphire, why don't you tell me what you think is the primary problem in the Drews' relationship?
Disrespect.
Objection.
Mr. Drew, don't interrupt. I will get to you. Why don't you explain that to me?
So she calls me one night, late, hysterical. I'm not understanding anything coming out of her mouth. So she lives really close to me, so I pull up at her house, and he's chucking her clothes out the door. He's locking her out of rooms, like the garage in their house has a deadbolt. She don't even know what's in that room.
It's a garage.
He's always with his mom. He's always with his mom.
That's because he wants his mother's milk and cookies. That's why he's always with his mother.
Mr. Drew, do you feel that Ms. Faison is in your business too much? And is she the outside influence you are worried about?
Way too much. I'm not worried about no outside influence. She needs to be worried about the outside influence because that's all she do. She preached to all her little friends. She give all of them victim stories. She posts stuff on Facebook. She puts stuff on Instagram. All these little memes about, oh, if he ain't doing this right, somebody else will, and all this other stuff. And she got all these friends jumping on it, don't even know the story.
Somebody to vent to.
Yeah, she needs somebody to vent to. Tell the truth, though. And then you come over here.
That is her truth.
coming to my house.
Hey, don't argue between each other. Now, Mrs. Drew, are you one of these people that every time you get into an argument with your man, you got to post it to the world so everybody knows your business?
I did it one time. I made a
100.
huge mistake. I posted on Facebook that I'm now single because I moved out the house. We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I put I'm now single. I was hurting actually, and I wanted somebody to talk to. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them.
That's what you
There's
get.
several of them. A long list of them, cousins, friends, cousins, mothers. Everybody is in his inbox now. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my
Let me
inbox
ask
too.
you, hang on, Miss Faith.
What do you mean by that?
Hey,
Just what I said.
Mr. Drew.
I mean,
Yes,
because you
ma'am.
could go over
Mr.
there
Drew,
with him.
stop. Mrs. Drew, stop. Ms. Faison, I'm going to ask you, what is your advice to Mrs. Drew? Do you think that she can fix this relationship, or are you advocating this divorce? Is that what you got going on in her ear?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you married?
No.
You got a man?
Yes.
Do you tell other people what to do with their men?
No.
Well, you telling her what to do with hers?
I mean, she vents to me. So
Uh-huh.
my response is, you need to be in a situation where you're happy.
That whole time, then she get in my inbox, me and her talking, and then she tell me this conversation didn't happen. Yeah.
Ms. Faison, is that accurate? I see you biting your lip. That's a tell. Never go to Vegas. You did it. I see you right there. You did it. You got to be careful about friendships.
Yeah, I do.
They never should become primary over your relationship. You handle your relationship with your man in that house, in the room, not on post, not changing your marital status on some kind of social media. Don't make no sense. It's like trying to be married in the hall of a junior high. It won't work out.
See what happened, didn't you?
So I understand that Ms. Faison is not the only third-party influence that concerns us. We've already discussed her, so I think we ought to bring her out here. We're going to need to talk to your mother, Mr. Drew.
That's right.
And that's exactly what we're going to
In
do.
trouble now. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your
This
Honor.
is
Why
what-
her husband
That don't even
can't
make
do her
sense.
stuff?
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Do you confide in friends about your relationship problems? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. Thank you very much, Ms. Faison. You may have a seat. I appreciate your input. Ms. Drew, I also understand that you believe there is a third-party problem, and that's with Mr. Drew's mother. So I'm going to have Anna Marie Bell join us. Mr. Drew, what is your opinion with respect to the dissension between these two?
First of all, when we moved down here, a couple of months later, my mother moved down here. Now, it was her idea. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your
this
Honor.
is
Why
what-
her
that don't
husband
even
can't
make
do her
sense.
stuff?
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Stop.
It was the circumstances around.
Oh, my
There's
God.
never no circumstances for that.
It's always circumstances with you.
Mrs. Drew. No.
That
I'm
just
about to
sounds
say
stupid.
something. What happens is you get upset and then you jump in the gutter. And the gutter is never a place from which a problem can get solved. He's having sex with her. You don't even go there. Whether you like it or you don't like it, whether she's into it or not. That's just the gutter. We do not resolve problems swimming in the gutter. Whoa. Now, Anna Maria, let me ask you this, and just be honest, because I see a lot of this out there where mothers and sons are tighter than the sons with the wives, and there seems to be a lack of separation there. Do you believe that she has, as the Bible requires, left the home of the parents and cleaved with his wife?
Your Honor, I let my son be a man. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. He has a family and a wife. to take care of, and I don't interfere with that. But when he calls me up and he says he needs me, I'm not gonna close the door on him like she wants me to. She told me before, any mother, real mother, any real mother, if the wife and the husband are having a fight, wouldn't let the husband in because he needs to be outside and suffer. Who says that to? I'm not gonna let my son die. No. He left you to get away from you.
Go be a man.
He left her. We are not going to do that.
He left her to get away from her. So I'm not gonna let my son be out in the street. Something happened to him. Oh no, then I'm gonna look at her.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Bottom line.
At the end of the day, however, Mrs. Drew, I believe your overriding concern with Mrs. Bell is that you believe she's trying to set him up with different women.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to deal with that particular allegation. Why do so many marriages face mother-in-law problems? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Now, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to ask you to tell me briefly and succinctly and without any flowery language, why do you believe Mrs. Bell is setting your husband up with other women?
Because if it's not her, it's somebody else. Matter of fact, it was on many occasions where I called her,
Mr. Drew.
where I called her and asked her, where's my husband at? I'm looking for my husband over several different days, you know, I'm looking for my husband. And she'll keep telling me, oh, he's gone to the store, or he'll call you back later. I have him call you when he get in. Come to find out he was living with another woman.
Lies, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lies.
Then another woman at the job, she has a friend at the job, and her daughter, she introduced my husband to her daughter, and they've been kicking it. So it's like on several occasions, it's different women.
I got you. Mrs. Bell, do you want to respond to those allegations?
Oh my God, this girl, she lies through the skin of her teeth. You know what? At the end of the day, she's a hater. At the end of the day, I can introduce my son to anyone that I choose to. This girl has to get over herself, okay? She's weak-minded. That's why I call her a nitwit get-wit, okay? Because she's simple-minded and she'll get with anybody to get what she wants.
I got you, Ms. Bell. Let me allow Mr. Drew to speak for momentarily here. Mr. Drew,
help me, Lord.
Are you cheating on her or are you not?
No, I'm not cheating on her. I can talk to people just like she talked to people. Half our relationship, she been talking to dudes. Like I said, when I cut my hair, the next month, she was messing with every dude with dreads in the vicinity of our city.
Seriously?
For like 6 months.
But you haven't cheated.
No, I ain't got no reason to. If I was going to do that, I did that a long time ago.
So that's not your thing?
No, that's not my thing. I like to keep it real. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to tell you I did it. And I'm going to invite you to join, and if you want to get in it, then we can all have fun. But I'm not going to sit around and sleep. I'm too old for that. I ain't got time to be sneaking around no more. I got kids and stuff I got to worry about.
But as he said that I was talking to other men when we weren't together.
But we was married.
Hang on. I have yet another witness that I believe will shed some light on this matter. So could that witness come forward, please? Would you please stand over there in the witness box? Good day. Thank you for joining us. Could you please state your name?
Jasmine Jeffrey.
And Mr. Drew, who is Miss Jeffrey to you?
She a friend. She cool people. She's my mother's boss's daughter.
Mrs. Bell, is that accurate?
Yes, she is.
Are you just a friend?
I am. That's why I don't understand what's going on. She calls me, accusing me of sleeping with him and doing XYZ with him. We're legit friends. I've known his mom for a while.
Right.
When I moved down there, his mom introduced me to him. He wasn't dealing with her.
Right, yeah. This looks like a whole new story that we're getting into. And we're going to need some more time for this. I'm going to adjourn this matter for a moment, collect my thoughts, collect all my witnesses. This court's adjourned.
Every time she catch an attitude with me, the first thing she do is she slap on her bulletproof vest, which is all 5 of my kids, and she say, well, if you can't get along with me, or if you don't do what I say, you will never see your kids again.
Exactly.
You will never see your kids again.
Yeah. He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called and her picture pops up. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to?
Previously on Divorce Court.
He left her to get away from her. So I'm not gonna let my son be out in the street. Something happened to him, oh no, then I'm gonna look at her.
He has a nasty attitude problem.
What do you mean he has a nasty attitude?
He gets mad at the kids and stay beefing with them. He called them people on the street. Then if he gets an attitude for something I said or something I did, he'll run across the house and just knock all the pictures off the wall.
Mr. Drew, are you cheating on her or are you not?
No, I ain't got no reason to. If I was gonna do that, I did that a long time ago.
Divorce Court is now in session.
We are reconvening the matter of Drew versus Drew. I adjourn this matter to regain my composure. Mrs. Drew, I'm going to start with you. You have 5 children, a 15-year marriage. It has been your contention that Mrs. Bell over there, your husband's mother, has been setting his son up with women. And we brought Ms. Jeffrey here to talk about it. So I got to figure out who's telling the truth. What are your beliefs with respect to what his mother is doing?
Well, every time she has a job, she's always calling her son to the job. So I was wondering what was going on. And then when I would get back with him and we on good terms now, he's telling me, oh yeah, I was talking to this woman over there. And I said, well, why every time your mother switched jobs, it's a new woman in place. So I knew that his mother was hooking him up with other women because she don't want me in the picture. So anything to get me out the picture, and she knew she wasn't gonna work. So she had to bring somebody else involved.
Okay, let me ask you this. Ms. Jeffrey, how did you meet Mr. Drew, and truly, what is the nature of your relationship with him?
I met him at a holiday party. As you know, my mom works with her. So his mom introduced us.
Right.
We met there. We talked. I had just moved down there at the time. So pretty much she said that he can show me around. I didn't know anybody down there. And of course, you know, being as though I know her, she did express that she doesn't like her. And of course, it led to him telling me about the situations with him not wanting to be with her and everything like that.
Right.
But yes, we did, you know, go out, went out to eat, things like that, as in a way he's showing me.
Hang on, no, stop. I can run this thing, Mrs. Drew, and I'm gonna run you right out of here if you don't
not
stop.
a circus.
No! You got one more? Have you two gone out on dates?
Yes, we have, but
and you knew he was married?
I did.
And if he were to ask you to take it to the next level, would you?
No, absolutely
Clearly,
not. She was in another state. He was living with his mom. So no, that wasn't the case at all.
Okay, Mr. Drew, why don't you tell me what the nature of your relationship with Miss Jeffrey is?
It was cool. She's amongst all of the people that I met at my mother's Christmas party. I met my homeboy that I hang out with now. She don't say nothing about him. He do security at her job.
That's a guy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. So it's people that are meeting. It's not just female.
Mr. Drew,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not gonna lie though. When she walked out of there, the look on your face, you were horrified.
I'm trying to figure out why she here. That's
So
all.
there's nothing else going on?
Nothing else going on. Like I said, if I wanted to do something, first off, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't be that sloppy. I'd go somewhere else. I wouldn't do it that close to home, knowing that everybody linked together.
But you didn't know I was going to get her number.
And I, as a mother, wouldn't allow it to take place in my presence.
That's a
now,
lie.
yeah, right to you because you're a
That's a lie.
cheater.
Hey,
you're
called me
a
a cheater.
cheater.
Mrs. Drew,
The proof is in the pudding, bitch.
Sit Mrs. Drew down. Sit Mrs. Drew down.
Y'all gotta get me out of here.
You're not gonna do nothing but sit there and be disrespectful as usual.
As usual.
I'm gonna ask everybody to relax. Okay? I want everybody to relax. Mr. Drew, I'm gonna go to you, and then Ms. Jeffrey, I have a question for you. Mr. Drew, what would you like to say, sir?
The whole thing is you could be associated with somebody of the opposite sex and have no sexual feelings towards them. If that was the case, then half of the rappers in Atlanta would be in a relationship with her. Am I correct?
That's what you say.
I doubt it.
We got pics.
Ms. Jeffrey, let me ask you this. Ms. Jeffrey, don't go gutter too. Stop it. Do you have feelings for him?
No, absolutely not. No.
None whatsoever. So if she, divorce, granted, 2 days, out, done, he asked you out, your response would be what?
Nothing would change. You know, the only thing that kind of made this situation hectic is her calling me, being disrespectful. As you can see, I came to a courtroom, not a circus, if she's still being a clown.
Exactly.
So, you know, instead of her calling me to question me, she's calling me to accuse me. That's a problem. I'm cordial. I give you the same respect you give me. When you disrespect me, all bets are off, and I'm gonna meet you at your level. So that's how that went.
So how often do you two engage in conversations or disputes?
Oh, no, she hit me up one time. That's one and done for me.
So that is over.
Yeah.
That is over. Do you have a relationship with any of their children?
No,
No. Now, Mrs. Drew,
Not gonna happen.
honestly, just between mother to mother, would you like your son to move on to Miss Jeffrey?
Oh, I don't pick who my son falls in love with. I don't pick who, because if I did, she wouldn't have been my pick.
Right.
Okay?
But she
likes me better than her.
Stop.
Because from day one, she's been disrespected. I mean, day one, her plan. I'm gonna tell you, Your Honor, I found out they were getting married 2 days before they got married. You know how I found out? Her mother told my mother. That's how I found out that she was getting married. Kevin knew. I wanted him to travel the world. He was in the Navy. She knew he was in the Navy too. That's why she wanted to get with him.
Well, let me ask you this. Why are you blaming her for that? He's your son. He should have told you he was getting married.
I understand that, but he knew not to come to me with that. He knew. Honestly, he knew not to come to me because I did not want to hear it. But to hear it from her mother.
Yeah,
okay.
but you can't just blame him. I mean, he's a grown man.
I didn't want her to marry him. I didn't want him to marry her.
I am talking. If he's grown enough to pick his own wife, he's grown enough to get married, he should be grown enough to tell his mother what he's about to do without being
Absolutely.
afraid.
I agree.
So you can't blame that on her.
I'm not blaming
That's
her
him.
on that. I'm just saying I don't like her. I never wanted them to be married.
What didn't you like her in the beginning? Why didn't you like her in the beginning?
She's always
was
been
at
a
the wedding.
disrespectful
Stop it.
little hood rat. Okay? She was the one riding around the neighborhood, half dressed, always thinking she was the queen of everything. Oh, I got everybody's looking at me. I got it like that. You don't have a pot to pee in.
Okay.
Stop
okay.
faking.
We're going to end that conversation. Mrs. Drew, if can you act like you got some sense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please come on back up.
Yes.
That's a lie.
Now, why don't you respond to the accusations that you tipped off and got married to her son, didn't tell anybody? What was the complication that allowed or required that to happen?
I don't know what was. Kevin wants his mother, and his mother wants him. So it probably was he didn't want to tell her, give out, the information, and tell her, oh, I'm going to move on, Mom, because that's what he should have done. I asked him to do that. He didn't do that. But at the wedding, she was there. She actually signed the
I'm gonna be
paperwork too.
surprised.
So first I'm with my
I'm
mother,
a
now I'm
big
with
fan.
her. Now who am I gonna be with next?
I don't know. That's a good
Stop.
question, Kevin.
She's
Just like
crazy.
everybody in your inbox. Everybody's on the Steal Your Man challenge, just going around.
I
out
don't
here for
understand
some
how you could be
reason.
so confident yet so intimidated by
At the same time.
Hey,
sweetie.
stop it. Stop it. Do you believe she's a good mother to their 5 children?
She needs to discipline them. I mean, they get away with murder. She tells people that I don't want my grandchildren at my house, which is not the case. She doesn't want them at my house because they enjoy themselves around me.
Mm-hmm.
They can be children around me.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, right.
Well, what I'm going to spend the remainder of this session doing is talking about today forward. Because we got to talk about the kids because they got to co-parent and we got to get things done and I got to get you off your feet. So we're going to move forward.
He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called and her picture pops up. So that's where I got the phone number from. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to? Now, Ms. Jeffrey, I'm going to give you the opportunity to sit down because you've been standing there for a little while. But I want to ask you, is there something you want to say? Something, because it seems that you have something on your mind, and I just want to know exactly what's going on here.
Yes, I want to figure out what is Kevin going to do. We were going out, we were hanging out. He has been expressing to me he wanted to leave her, based on what the mom was saying.
Objection.
And he was saying they were in
I'm
agreement
going to
to
let you
that.
respond.
And at this time, he needs to man up. We did go out. I heard him over talking me saying, as friends, we were going out. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I was aware he was a married man. So I wouldn't take it any
drew a
further. I say it again, exactly. But I'm not going to let him just throw sand over that line either.
Why
we
is
were
that your
going out.
business?
Stop it. Mr. Drew, your response to that comment? Were you dating her, weren't you?
No, I ain't a lawyer. This ain't right. I need some type of legal counsel or something because they lie.
At the end of the day, he's a man. He's lying about not even wanting to divorce her, so of course he would lie about that.
But Jasmine, he's not lying about not wanting a divorce. Y'all were friends. Why
I
are you
picked him up
why are
at
you
your
making
house.
it any?
Okay, I got it.
Me at my car.
Oh my God!
I got it. Miss Jeff, go ahead and have a
Thank
seat.
you.
I think I know what's happening here.
Can she sit over there?
Just don't go over.
Right there.
I'll
We're
sit
going to
furthest
behave
away.
like we're
Not a
adults.
problem.
So it shouldn't be in a problem where she sits. So, Mr. Drew, you say nothing's going on, she's just a friend.
Nah.
And you're not dating anybody else.
No, ma'am.
You're not seeing any other women.
No, ma'am.
You've been separated, but you haven't touched nobody, you haven't kissed nobody, you haven't gone out with anybody. You just at home with your mom.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I get it. I get that that's your story. Mrs. Drew, you seem to want to have something to respond. What is it?
When we was at the store one day, and he had took me to the store because the kids needed some food, so he took me to the grocery store. He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called, and her picture pops up. So that's where I got the phone number from. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to?
It was a meme that I had on my phone. That's all it was.
That was clearly not a meme.
The picture actually had words on there saying something about how somebody's son looked old or something like that. It wasn't nothing relative to me.
Mr. Drew, if eyes could burn, you'd have a hole in the back of your head. Miss Jeffrey, do you care to comment on that?
He does have a picture of my son now. It's being a screensaver. I'm not sure of that. My son moved with me, so of course I learned places where kids could go, the aquarium, where he takes his kids when he has them.
He not even take kids old
He never had
when
my
she
child.
moved out, she took all the stuff in the middle of the night after I got into my car accident, texted me and told me that she moved to South Carolina.
But
she was telling me that for a whole month. A whole month. So I'm texting her, telling her, well, I need to see my kids. I need to see my kids. Oh, we in South Carolina. It's too far to drive today. It's 3 hours away. It's 4 hours away. This, that, and that. But you're going to have to see him on the weekend. Turn out, it's her friends inboxing me. We talking. And I kind of find out she lived 30 minutes down the street from where we live at. I got a 6-bedroom house, Your Honor. They could have stayed with me. She talking about something, we going to a shelter for battered women. Who you lying to? How you get in there, first off? And why would you take your kids to a shelter when I got a 6-bedroom house?
Okay.
And travel to South Carolina to do it.
Let's talk about the leaving and the situation with the children.
My concern is kids should stay in kids' place. Kids should never be involved in the conflicts of their parents. So therefore, you should not be talking down about the other parent to your children so that they won't
Does that happen? Would you date someone who's separated but not legally divorced? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mrs. Drew, we were talking about when you left and the situation with your children. Why don't you give me your version of that event? Because he said you kept them down the street and they could have been home the whole time.
That's because he came in the house at 5 o'clock in the morning because we was arguing. He feel as though when we arguing, he could do whatever he want to do, that he's no longer my husband.
That's personal,
So he comes in the house, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, and I got up out my bed. I said, one thing about this, Kevin, I ain't never been disrespected. I'm not about to start it now. You're not going to disrespect me in my house. So it's either me or you. Because if you think you're going to be coming home at 5 o'clock in the morning, you might as well live by yourself. And I gave him that ultimatum. He said, oh, well, it's going to be you because I'm not leaving my house. He feels as though it's his house because his name is on the loan and my name is on the deed. So then he just feel like, okay, I own this house. So I said, okay, cool. And I left. I packed up my stuff and I left and I moved and got my own place. Do you let him see the kids? He could have called me and asked me, but he did not call me.
Judge,
every time
she catch an attitude with me, the first thing she do is she slap on her bulletproof vest, which is all 5 of my kids, and she say, well, if you can't get along with me, or if you don't do what I say, you will never see your kids again.
Exactly.
You will never see your kids again.
Mrs. Drew, let me say this. You doing your children a disservice. Children that who have a father who wants to be active and involved have a right to have them in their lives, and you got to make it easy for them. You have no right to make them fatherless. The girls are going to go out with the first guy they see because they don't have a dad at home that makes them feel like the princess. The dudes are just going to go wild and because they don't have, when they're teenagers, they don't have a man in the house that does a little bit of this when they get a little gruff and angry. Because I know I've had 6 sons. I know when they get crazy, I step back and my husband step forward. So you don't have that right. And I want you to be very, very clear about that. You do not have the right to do that to your children. I don't care the way you like him or not. I don't care whether you like him or not. Now, Ms. Bell, you just dying to say something. I'm going to ask you one question, and I'm going to leave it go because I got to talk about this money. In your heart of hearts, you would like him to move on and to move on with her or someone else, or do you have no one in mind?
I have no one in mind, but that's not my concern. My concern is, you know, if kids should stay in kids' place. Kids should never be involved in the conflicts of their parents. So therefore, you should not be talking down about the other parent to your children so that they
Does
walk
that
up to
happen?
you. Yes.
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 At no point,
Yes.
hey, this is just a categorical statement. At no point in time should any parent say anything negative to their children about the other parent. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's happening. You are destroying their foundation, their security, their need to have 2 stable parents, and you don't have that right. Neither one of you. I don't know if you're doing it or not, but I know you are. Because I know
can't
how
even be around them to do
Because I
it.
know how you're behaving here.
No, I let my kids speak for themselves.
Hey. Inappropriate, grossly incorrect, and don't let it happen again.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Is it better to stay married for the kids? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. So after 15 years, you guys have been together since you were 12, right? 5 children. You're ending this marriage. You are seeking from him $6,500, $4,000 for a new car, $700 for a U-Haul, and
Flag on a
$1,800 for a
plane.
townhome deposit and rent. Can you explain to me the nature of your request?
Because the day that we got into the argument where he had where I woke up and he came in the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, I gave him an ultimatum. The next day, he asked me for the keys back to the vehicle that I drive with the kids. It was a minivan. He asked me to give him back his keys and leave. Okay, so I gave him back his keys. I had to go out and find me a new car, so I had to buy a new car. Then I turned around when I moved, had to furnish my apartment. I had to get I had to move all my
Choices
furniture
she made
to
on
the
her own.
apartment. To the new apartment. Then on top of that, I had to pay for the security deposit and the first month's rent. So I feel as though he should pay for that because I wouldn't have left if it wouldn't have happened.
No, you can't. Because no. She's not getting any money. Let me tell you why she's not getting any money. You over here, Miss Power Broker, the primary breadwinner, and all of that. When people separate, it's the breadwinner that has to pay the non-breadwinner the money to separate. You made the decision to move, so you moved, and that was your choice. That was your decision. You bad. You making all that money. You spend it on what you need to spend it on. But I'm gonna tell you what.
Sure.
Don't let me hear about you not letting that man see his kids. Don't let me hear you talking badly about that man, not just to him, but in front of him. You are dismantling them when you do that. You are destroying them when you do that. You're making them feel small and like nothing. And whatever damage you think you're doing to him, multiply it by 20, and that's what you're doing to your kids. And you don't have that right. There will be no recovery in this matter.
Thank you.
It is so ordered.
Good try, though. Do you eat for effort?
Kavisha says everybody's a homewrecker. She said his mom is a homewrecker. So whatever she has to say, she's crazy. She has problems, she's delusional, and the problem is bigger than me. So I'm not really worried about Kavisha. At the end of the day, there was no home to wreck. Neither one of them were staying in the home together, period. She was in a whole nother state. So she's just gonna be that person anyway.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here because I've been married to Cedric for 12 years, and he doesn't understand that I need help because I'm legally blind.
My wife's disability has been causing me frustration because I've been wanting to do what I want to do, and I should have been putting her first.
When Cedric cheats, it makes me feel like less of a woman.
I thought she was going to leave me, and I ended up cheating with a girl that was showing me more attention at the time.
I want the judge to tell Cedric to be more emotional and mentally prepared to deal with me.
I want the judge to tell Courtney that I do have the potential to change.
I would love to spend the rest of my life with Cedric if he can be more emotional and compassionate.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Courtney Phelps and Cedric Phelps. Mr. and Mrs. Phelps, you have been married for 11 years and have 2 children between you. Mrs. Phelps, I understand that you have some health issues that have impacted you and your marriage greatly. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that, your marriage, and why you've brought Mr. Phelps here today?
Yes, Your Honor. I brought Mr. Phelps here today is because we've been married for a while now, and I feel like that I have a disease called sarcoidosis uveitis. And Cedric is not like emotional and mentally there for me with my disability I have. I'm legally blind, and I had 16 surgeries, and the last 4 he hasn't been there for me.
He didn't come to the hospital?
No, ma'am. He didn't even acknowledge that I was having the surgeries on that day, and I remind him like a week's ahead, and he doesn't show up. He didn't show up for the last 4. It hurted me bad. I needed him there for me.
Let me talk to Mr. Phelps for a second. Mr. Phelps, is that accurate, first of all?
It's pretty much accurate. I was doing a lot of studying, and I found out that it wasn't going to work out. The hospitals.
You've done a lot of studying, and you found out what wasn't going to work out.
The hospitals wasn't going to fix it. They can't fix it. You have to fix it yourself, and she wasn't listening at the time, and I just didn't want to be in there watching.
So you Googled her problem and decided that the physicians who had gone through college and medical school and internship and residency and specialization and board certification, you knew more than they did.
Yeah, I feel like I did.
Really? How much Googling did you do?
Did a lot.
You did a lot?
I'm not ashamed to Google. I research.
Yeah. But they study for years.
They get paid to treat you, not cure you.
Okay, so you think that they were just trying to treat her and not cure her?
Because that's the reason why her eyes got bad. When she first started going, she could see a lot of things. But as she kept going, it never got right.
Now, Ms. Phelps, do you believe that they did accelerate the loss of your eyesight, or do you think that it was simply the course of the disease?
I feel like it was simply the disease. I mean, when I did go through my surgeries and stuff, I mean, it's a healing process that Cedric needs to understand that I have to go through when I go through surgery. So, I mean, during the healing process, that's probably why he feel like you're going through the surgery, so okay, you still see, bam. But it's a process you have to go through.
Have the 16 surgeries helped?
No, ma'am. The disease I have, it attacks all organs.
Right.
And it mainly attacked my eyes. I mean, it helped me keep certain inflammations down in my body. So I feel like it did help me, though.
You say he hadn't showed up and support you. The hospital thing was just one example. Can you give me other examples? Okay, one example. I was rushing to get dressed for a doctor's appointment I had, and I needed to find my toothbrush that was moved in the bathroom. And I asked Cedric to come in and help me, and all he did was stood at the door, tell me, oh, okay, it's over there on the left-hand corner, and didn't come back in, left me in there to feel all around, knocking everything down. And it's just, I feel like he's not there for my emotions when I'm, like, down and I'm crying about my disability. He doesn't comfort me. Okay. Mr. Phelps, are you there for her emotionally?
She's emotional, and I'm not reactive like that. I try to get her to remember, like, she don't even want to learn the Braille system. She's don't believe in being too organized, so I'm trying to want her to be organized. Half of it's not because she can't see, it's because she's just not an organized person. And having that disability, she needs to be more.
So I think what you're saying is she needs to be more proactive. Yes, she has lost her sight, but she needs to do more things to allow her to function normally, like to learn Braille.
If I'm gone, if anything happens to me,
what is she gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask about that, but then I'm gonna ask about the emotional support. Ms. Phelps, he says you don't do enough to make your circumstances as good as they could be despite what's going on. What is your response to that?
I feel like that's untrue. I does a lot on my own. I wasn't all the way legally blind my whole life. And I feel like that if I am doing it on my own, I mean, I can go off of my memory. And I does things going off of my memory. I just need a little help as far as, like, a little support.
Do you understand what she's asking for that you're not giving her? That's the part I think I want to say.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is she asking for that you're not giving her?
She's going through a hard time, and she wants me to be more understanding. And I need to give her more understanding. And I wasn't doing that. I admit that. But
you haven't been compassionate and caring.
I care, and but just not the way she wanted. And I wanted, you know.
Being compassionate to someone in a way that doesn't make them feel better is not compassion. Do you see what I'm saying? Compassion is, I'll do what she needs in order to feel better and support her. Even if it's not what you would need in that circumstance, you got to figure out what she needs. See what I'm saying?
It's like this. You know, she want to take the doctor's medicines, but the same thing, the vitamins and the things that they put in the medicines, take out the drugs, she could just be using that. You know,
that very well may be true, but that's not what I'm talking about, medical treatment. I'm talking about being a man who's at home, loving a woman who's having a hard time. Do you care for her? Do you talk to her? Do you hold her? Do you listen to her? That's the part that's brought her here. Do you see that part?
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I don't know a great deal about, and I always like to learn new things, and I think maybe you could learn a new thing or two. So I have here Marcia Farrow, the president of the Georgia Council of the Blind, and she's going to help me understand more about her challenges and also help you explain more about what you can do to help your wife. I think we should have Mr. Phelps put some on, don't you? Kind of see how that's how your wife sees the world? It's difficult, isn't it?
Just blurred.
Just blurred. You're in a fog. You really can't see anything. You didn't leave those glasses on very long, Mr. Phelps. Was it disconcerting for you? I've been talking to Mr. and Mrs. Phelps about the challenges and coping mechanisms of having someone who has the disability of being blind. So I thought I'd go to an expert, Ms. Marcia Farrow, president of the Georgia Council of the Blind, and I'd like her to come forward, please. Nick, if you could bring her to the witness stand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Farrow, this is Judge Toler. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your presence here and your expertise. You've heard what we've been talking about with Mr. and Mrs. Phelps. Can you enlighten us at all about some of the things you know about the challenges and the coping mechanisms that may help them in their marriage and issues?
I'd just like to share that I am visually impaired. I have retinitis pigmentosa, which is in some ways very similar to what Courtney has. First of all, I would just like to offer up these glasses for you, Judge, just to get an idea of what it is like a little bit to have your vision distorted.
Distorted and impaired. Now, what's on these glasses that does that for me?
That would be some Vaseline.
Vaseline, good for everything.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Wow.
How is that for you, Judge?
It's, it makes me feel separated from the world. And it makes all of the world blend together. So there's no fine definitions, and there's not a lot of, you know, all of these people are a streak of color. And if I didn't know they were people already, I might not figure that out. It's halting. It makes me feel disengaged, I think, is the word I'm looking for. I think we should have Mr. Phelps put some on, don't you? Let's have Mr. Phelps put some on.
Yeah.
You kind of see how that's how your wife sees the world? It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty, just blurred.
Just blurred.
Yeah.
You're in a fog. You really can't see anything. Ms. Merrill, is there anything that you would like to tell Mr. Phelps about the things and he can do and the ways he can help his wife cope? Or anything you would tell Mrs. Phelps to help her cope?
It's so important to have a support group, others that understand what it's like to be visually impaired. And, you know, Cedric, you need a support group of men or women who also understand how it feels to be married to a person who's visually impaired. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Farrow. I never would have had that information without you, and I appreciate you coming, and I appreciate you enlightening both me and the Phelps very much. I'm going to have Nick escort you back to the seat. You didn't leave those glasses on very long, Mr. Phelps. Was it disconcerting for you?
It was hurting. It was crazy. I tried to leave it on, but I you know, that's crazy.
She deals with that crazy every day, and she can't take them off.
That's right.
Mrs. Phelps, when he was wearing those glasses, you started to cry. What made you so upset?
Because it's like I wanted him to understand what I go through. And, like, I mean, I understand that he wanted me to be more, you know, independent. And that's what I was trying to show him by. I want to be more independent, but I just need his help. And by him knowing exactly how I feel to not have that vision, I wanted him to be put in my shoes for a second, and he finally got put there, and that was just like a rejoice moment for me, because it's like he didn't understand.
Mr. Phelps, anything you want to do right now, an urge from your heart, from your soul,
my wife right
go
now.
do it!
Oh, yeah.
Go do it!
I'm sorry, baby. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was blurry. I knew that it was hard. I thought it was dark. I didn't know. I don't know how it feel to be blind, you know.
But that's why we brought Ms. Farrow here, and you've learned. We're going to take that for what it is, and we're going to leave that with you, and I appreciate you admitting that you didn't understand. And letting us know now you have a better concept of that. Now I'm gonna stop appreciating you for a minute, and then we're gonna talk about why you've been cheating on her.
I called him, and I fell asleep at my family member's house, and I'd be back home. And as soon as he got there, I said, you stay the night with some girl, because he wasn't smelling like home.
Would you want your partner to be dependent on you if they became disabled? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Mrs. Phelps, did you find out that he was cheating on you at some point?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that.
Well, this how it happened. Well, since I've been dealing with my disability, I haven't been more sexually involved with him at that time. And you know, it brings my sex drive down a little bit by me dealing with my disability. And Cedric feels the need if ain't nobody showing him, you know, affection in the area, he goes out and he go get it on his own.
Have you caught him at it?
He had to be honest with me, because he lied to me first and told me that it wasn't like that. And until I kept calling his phone, he don't answer his phone for me. When he leaves with his partners and stuff, he doesn't answer his phone at all. And that particular day, I called him, and I fell asleep at my family member's house, and I'll be back home. And as soon as he got there, I said, you stayed the night with some girl. My stomach already told me. Let me know who. And from there, he thought someone told me. So he just went on like, okay, I did it, and I'm sorry. But that's how he came about. He had to be honest with me because the face expression of how he came in, his vibe and everything, and then he wasn't smelling like home.
Wasn't smelling like home.
Wasn't smelling like
Mr.
home.
Phelps, what do you want to say about
First
that?
of all, that was around when we just knew each other for 3 years. That was the beginning of the relationship. Her eyes was not that bad around that time, and it was her friends and that was keeping her out for a while. So I had ended up feeling neglected a little bit, and that's how that happened.
That's how that happened.
Yeah. And you know, she said, you know, you're not trying hard enough, because I didn't believe in getting a job. I wasn't in there working. I wasn't a father. I just started being a father, so I had my faults and I messed up.
Okay. Leveling up here, Mr. Phelps, leveling up here. But my understanding is you say she cheated on you too. Did that happen, that Mrs. Phelps cheated on you?
She never cheated on me. She just was saying it.
Right.
Like at the time, she said, all right, you're not trying hard enough. I don't think this. And I was talking to a guy like 3 years into our relationship, and I felt like crap because I was broke, and I felt like nobody wanted me. And, and she said that, and then come to find out, she said I was joking or something. So I don't know. You have
I got it. I think I know what's going on here, and I think I'm going to say what's going on here. How would you cope with your spouse becoming disabled after marrying them? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I was prepared not to like you at all, but I think I was wrong about that. I think you've been less than compassionate, less than your best husband self. I think you haven't understood her pain or tried to, but I also think you're coming from an environment where that was not demonstrated to you, and you're trying to get better bit by bit and piece by
35.
piece. And you're not quite there yet, and I want to applaud you for that. I'm not going to just dig at you for the things that you haven't done. I want you to applaud for the leveling up that you have done. And I also want to applaud you for what you had said here today about your revelation about what she's going through having put those glasses on. Mrs. Phelps, I just love myself some you. I think you're strong. I think you're beautiful. I think you've stayed with him through this struggle, even though it had been difficult. I think you're a lot of the reasons that he's leveled up in this world. Because you're a good woman, and he knows you're a good woman, and he's trying to be a better man on your behalf. He's going to level up again after this today and try to be more compassionate and loving about this very difficult thing. And I hold out hope now. I do. When I came out, I thought it just was going to be raggedy. But it's not raggedy. You a strong, good woman that a man wants to change for, and I think Mr. Phelps is just the man to do it. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then this matter is adjourned. Good luck to the both of you.
You were in her shoes for a moment there. How'd that make you feel?
I never looked at it. I put nothing on my eyes to see. I never knew how it looked, so it was kind of the experience into her world.
So, can we forgive him, and how will we move past this?
I can forgive him, and we can move past it as long as he acknowledges me.
Today on Divorce Court.
Anthony got laid off about a year ago and now felt like he needs to do acting.
This is my career, and it comes first.
Anthony and my sex life has dwindled. He's in his homemade studio trying to act. The more videos he does, the less sex I get. I can't continue to take care of a grown man who's aspiring to be an actor.
All I need is a little more time. She's got to trust me.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Karen Ford and Anthony Bennett. Joe, are you ready?
That's it.
They've been together for 20 years, engaged for 15. Ms. Ford, I'm gonna start with you. Tell me a little bit about your relationship, how you got together, and how we got here. Start with how you got together.
Anthony used to live across the street from me. He's older than I am, obviously.
That was cold, but go ahead.
He used to live across the street, and he went away to the Air Force, and I got grown, had kids. He went off, came back, and I actually saw him at a state fair, and I saw him from the back, and I was just kind of looking, and I was like, that looks like Anthony. And I finally came around to the food court and saw that it was him, so I had to make an excuse to go talk to him and get his number, and so it took me about 3 weeks, but we finally started talking on the phone.
So, Mr. Bennett, I take it that's pretty accurate.
Well, the fact that she told me that her brother was the one looking for my number, she got most of the story right.
Right,
But,
yeah,
she kept the number for
Right.
herself. I never heard from her brother, so.
Okay, all right. So, Ms. Ford, tell me why you're here today, other than the fact that you've been engaged for 15 years and still can't get married.
The reason that Anthony and I are here today is because we have been together for 20 years and we've been engaged for 15. But in the last year, he decided to kind of throw a monkey wrench in our life plans. He decided, well, he got laid off from his job a year ago, and he decided he wanted to be an actor instead of getting another job. Well, a year later, this is where we are because I work very hard. I'm in engineering, and it took me a lot to get where I am. And so to have to sit and take care of a grown man,
it wasn't in your game plan.
That wasn't in the game plan. We were supposed to buy a house at the end of the year, and now we can't do that because I'm the breadwinner, and he's just kind of getting his acting on.
Mr. Bennett, tell me about your career change.
Well, she said I got laid off. I considered I got fired. I mean, I was part of a production team on the for a prominent financial institution, and the team that I was working with basically dropped the ball on a large show, and the company came through and basically told us all to get out. So
right.
They wanted to go with new faces. You know, after I got fired, I had 6 months basically to decide what I wanted to do with my life. So I got into production on a TV, independent film crew.
Okay.
As a sound guy, and basically from that point on, I saw that the actor they brought in on one of the movies we were doing was basically trash. He wasn't any good, so.
You could do better.
I thought I could do better.
Right,
so,
right.
you know, so I basically went home and, you know, built my studio and
built a studio?
I created a
Out of my
studio, started
front
making
living room.
videos and creating characters and working on my acting skills. So basically, you know.
That's what you're doing now.
That's what I'm doing now.
That's what you're doing now.
That's what I'm doing now.
Now, Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna work for you for a
Okay,
couple seconds here.
okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You've been together 20 years.
Yes.
He's been working the whole time.
Yes.
Had a hiccup in the employment situation, and he's shooting for a bit of a dream. Can't you see letting him do that for a little while to see if he can get where he's going?
Yeah, a little while has been a year. Like, I mean, I support him. I truly do. I support him in everything that he does. But I'm working extra hard to pay bills.
And he's not contributing. Now, Mr.
Not
Bennett, let me
much.
ask you this. Is this a 24/7 gig? I mean, even though you got your studio in your own house, so you can work at night,
Yeah.
you could go out during the day
Yeah.
and at least get a part-time job. Why isn't that on the table? Or is it?
It's not, Your Honor. You know what? I really don't want to go back to working because I love what I'm doing. And if you love what you're doing, you're not really working.
And you're not really working because you're not getting paid.
Exactly. It's okay.
I mean, it's the getting paid. I mean, you can still enjoy what you're doing and then get paid doing something else on the side. Why is that off the table?
Exactly.
Well, I need to be able to have the freedom to be able to go to these auditions. You know, if I go to a job and they're not going to let me go, you know, do an audition for a movie or, you know, commercial.
How many auditions do you get in any given month?
I get a lot. I actually have, I've done about 15 or so in the last year. So I'm maybe a little more than one a month.
One a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't find a job where you could manage to work and have the time once a month to go, like, take a personal day and go do that. You can't figure that out.
Like I said, that would be more like going back to a job, and I really want to do what I want to do, which is not like a job. It's,
right.
I want to do what I'm doing because I enjoy what I'm doing.
Tell me something else.
Well, these so-called auditions and shows that he's been in, they don't pay a lot. Mm-hmm. So it was this one instance where he's telling me he got this big gig, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, bills are due next week, and I'm thinking, you know, this is gonna be a, you know, pretty big payout, and it'll help with the bills. And this was probably like a 10-hour day for him.
More like 12.
Okay, 12 hours, even worse.
It was long.
He came home with $70, $65 as a matter of fact. And so I'm looking at where's the rest of it, because you've been gone for 12 hours.
I mean, Yana, can I say?
Please.
I mean, when I went to this audition, I really had the expectation that if I was going to be on set all day, that I was going to bring home a check with a couple of more zeros behind it. Yeah. You know, it was for a prominent TV show, so, you know, you think that when you get into acting, the money's going to start rolling in. I didn't know it was going to be, you know, I knew it was going to be like that, you know.
Just should have did that research for you.
Yeah, I got you.
They basically gave me what they found in the couch.
I understand that your sex life has taken the brunt of his failure to work, and I'm going to need you to tell me about that.
I've worked very hard all my life.
Right.
I supported 3 kids by myself, went to school, worked 2 full-time jobs while going to school. But right now, I'm overworked,
right,
undersexed, and overwhelmed. And I need some help.
Ms. Ford, you said you're no longer sexually attracted to him because he's just not the guy you originally met. Why don't you tell me what you mean?
It's not that I'm not sexually attracted to him, but it's just with everything that he's doing, he spends more time playing with his toys in his studio than playing with me.
Oh, she plays with her toys also. You know.
Exactly. So when I need to talk,
right,
and he don't want to talk to me, then I reach over and get Bob, and me and Bob work it out.
Bob is
my battery-operated boyfriend.
Oh.
It's better than cheating on him. It's better than cheating on him.
Mr. Bennett, do you feel that you've been taken over by a household appliance?
Somewhat. Okay, so we had this one instance where I was working in the studio and she said that we needed to talk. That's our word for we needed to have a conversation in the bedroom. So we needed to talk, and I told her, I said, well, I'm working on this video. Let me finish this up, you know, and I'll be in there.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk in a minute. I just need to finish this video. So I'm really not aware that it took that long, but I guess by the time I finished, you know, I went in the room and it sounded like somebody was stirring mashed potatoes with an electric spoon, you know, so. I didn't really think much about it, so I went in and took my shower, you know, came back out, I'm ready to get in the bed. It's time, you know, I'm ready now, right? She ain't interested. She passed out. I guess I don't know.
I was done.
Yeah.
Bob worked it out for me. So.
Mr. Bennett, what is your primary complaint with 15 years engaged but not married. What's up with that? Is there a reason why you haven't done it? And what about this relationship don't you like?
Well, there's some things that I think that I really would like to see different. She does support me on everything that I do. Man, but when I give her these small checks, you know, it feels like that I'm giving her a BLT minus the BL and hitting her in the face with a tomato.
Right,
so,
right.
You know.
So she's not She's not appreciative.
She
of
doesn't
what
appreciate
you do.
that. Yeah, she's not appreciating the fact that I'm really trying, and I really want her to know that that I believe that I can do this. I feel confident that I can do this, and all I need for her to do just hanging there with me. That's all.
Right. Yeah.
So
now
don't get mad at me when I bring her.
Now, Mr. Bennett, I'm gonna work for you one more time. I'm gonna work for you one more time. You know, if he blows up at the end, because a lot of actors have, Morgan Freeman, all of these guys out there who have blown up late get big paid. And if he does get paid, you're gonna get half that check. Can you see it from that aspect? Don't look for the short money, but for the long money.
Excuse me, young, you say half?
I did indeed. I did indeed.
You put a ring on it, remember?
Okay, all right.
But I totally get that. And I hope he does get a big break. But right now, I'm overworked,
right,
undersexed, and overwhelmed. And I need some help. I've worked very hard all my life.
Right.
I supported 3 kids by myself, went to school, worked 2 full-time jobs while going to school. And I need some help. I've always supported him. Even when he's been in between jobs before, I've always supported him, but he's always gotten another job. This one, he just decided, you know what?
I'm done, and I'm going to count on you.
I want to act, and I need you to be here for the long run. Well, what if that long run takes 5 years?
What
if
never
that
comes?
Exactly. So in this case, I'm just sitting here still being overworked, overwhelmed, undersexed, and
gotcha.
You know.
Well, I'll admit I don't help out as much as I used to, mainly because, like you say, I'm trying to get my famous on. I don't have a whole lot of time to do, all the things that she wants me to do,
Sometimes you got to do something for the person who is allowing you to be dead stop selfish. Are you with me with that? Will you pay the bills while your partner pursued his dreams? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Now, Mr. Bennett, now that you're home and you're working in your studio, do you do things like cook and clean and keep that together so at least she feels like she's not burdened with the entire relationship? Because a lot of times women don't respect that part of it if that piece is what you're giving. Are you giving that piece?
Well, I'll admit I don't help out as much as I used to, mainly because, like you say, I'm trying to get my famous on. I don't have a whole lot of time to do, all the things that she wants me to do, I used to help out a lot, though. Right now, I'm too busy. I'm working mostly, I do a ride share service in the evening, and I work on my videos all night, and then I'm tired during the daytime, so, I really don't have a whole lot of time to do that.
But it's okay for me to go to work from 8 to 6 every day, get home at 7, then we have to have a 30-minute conversation about what we're going to eat that day, then I have to take it out the freezer, throw it out, cook it, clean up, and then go to bed.
So you don't have time to put 30 minutes into the relationship because 100% of your time is spent on you satisfying you. That's what you're telling me here.
Well, I spent 30 minutes working on it.
Allowing a woman to shoulder as much burden as you can get away with is tacky and small. And I get a lot of guys coming in here talking about, well, she's got it and I've got my dreams and she needs to support my dreams, but I don't have to do anything for her in the meantime, in between time. Sometimes you got to get off a dead stop selfish and do something for the person who is allowing you to be dead stop selfish. Are you with me with that?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Would you be okay if he cooked and cleaned, like dinner was ready for you, the house was clean when you got home? Because that'll take you an hour a day. Would you be okay with that?
Absolutely. Because you know what? I don't have to come home and take 3 hours after working for 10. I don't have to take another 3 hours to cook and clean.
Mm-hmm. Did I not just broker the best deal in the world for you? Did I not just do that?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I could probably help out a little bit more, you know.
No. I don't want you to help out. I want you to be responsible for. Men always coming in here, I'm a leader, I'm strong, I'm a dude, I have my thing, this and that, and I'll help out. I'll do what I can. You know what I mean? Be strong and be forceful with it. Okay. I'll take responsibility for.
Okay, I will take responsibility.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe you. Let me tell you what I think. What would you require from your partner if you paid all the bills? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram @Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Ms. Ford, if I were you, I would get some dinner on the way home, eat it, and watch him starve. If I were you, I would clean my own clothes and not do anything for him. If I were you, my side of the bedroom would be clean and his would be filthy. If I were you, I would stop saying, I'll support you no matter what, and say, I will not support you if you don't support me. That's what I would do.
Okay.
No. We women get it. If I do more, if I do right, he's going to come up right. That's not how that works.
I know.
It's, oh, she's doing all this, I can get away with that. She's doing all, what you will do, he won't do. So stop doing. I would. He didn't even come across with a ring. You know what I'm saying? If he gets sick, if he dies, if he has money, you ain't going to get it. Because legally, you're a stranger to him. And if he's comatose and whoever he knows, his family, you know, you want to pull the plug, they can't. You living with him, but you can't make no decisions because you are a legal stranger to him. That's deep. I would make a few more ultimatums if I were you, because you're accepting less and less and less. Mr. Bennett, I don't think you're a bad guy, but I don't think you're a full man. If you can live with a woman and let her sacrifice for you and you not feel like nothing when you look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I contribute nothing to her well-being. I contribute nothing to her well-being.
But I'm contributing to her future, Your Honor.
You know what? You know what? That is not a full-time job, contributing to her future. I work. I was a judge, all of that kind of stuff. You can do a full-time job and still contribute to your partner's well-being. That's foolishness. That's ridiculous. That's a tired excuse from a tired individual who doesn't want to be a right guy. A right guy has enough time to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I took a ride. I got where I'm going, you know, but my husband contributed all the way along. You know, it was never, it's on you, baby. It was never that.
Right.
It was always whatever you need. That's why it's all good. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Be a better man, Mr. Bennett. Don't put up with anything. This matter is adjourned.
The judge today told me that I needed to put down some new ground rules, and as soon as we get home, those ground rules are going to be, he's going to have to get a job. He's going to have to start helping more around the house. Even if it's a part-time job, he's going to have to start helping, and our sex life will have to pick up.
Karen, I know the clock is ticking on this, okay? But I need for you to hang in there and stay with me and continue to believe in me, because I know, I'm confident that I'm going to get us to where we need to be.
Today on Divorce Court.
She's cheating on me because she obviously think that I did it to her.
I'm not cheating on him. I never cheated on him. Don't have no desire to cheat on him.
I need a DNA test for my son to know that he's really my son.
It really hurts that he thinks that our child is not his because it just came out the blue.
I don't believe a word she say for real, and she knows it.
He's delusional, and he keeps accusing me of doing stuff that I'm not doing.
We really don't communicate too much, and when we do, it's always a war, constantly fighting.
I want to be with Damien for the rest of my life, but if he doesn't change, I don't know where it's going to go with us.
If we can't be honest with each other, we don't have nothing anyway.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Anya Francis and Damian Williams. Ms. Francis and Mr. Williams, you have been together for 12 years, married for 6 years, but separated for the last 4 months, and you want to call this marriage a day. Ms. Francis, you have something you want from Mr. Williams, which I will discuss with you as this matter continues. But before we do that, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Francis. Why don't you tell me a little bit about why we're here, your relationship, and why we're here today in divorce court?
Well, we're here today because for a while now, my husband has constantly been accusing me of cheating on him to the point where it's an everyday thing. I'm tired of it. It's frustrating, and it's taking an emotional toll on me. It hurts, and it's an everyday thing. Like, I can't live effectively when I constantly have to focus on the fact that he's accusing me of cheating on him. It's had a toll on our relationship, our friendship, and everything that we've established over these 12 years.
So what is he saying? What is he accusing you of?
Practically that I've slept with everybody you can think of, everybody that I know. It's gotten ridiculous that I've had sex with multiple people, neighbors, that I've done a sex tape.
You did.
I didn't.
Mr. Williams, why do you believe your wife's been cheating on you?
Well, seeing is believing, Your Honor. And
what have you seen? Give me some examples when you've caught her.
Well, exactly, haven't caught her in the act,
exactly.
But one time, you know, I was hanging out, whatever, and my friend said, look, man, I got something to show you. And he pulled me to the side, and he said, look, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna talk to you later on. And when he did, he pulls out a tablet, and he shows me in true HD my wife with another man having sex. And I'm like, I mean, they're really getting it in. And I'm like, what?
How did he get it?
Well, he knows a lot of people. Let's just put it that way. And I'm glad that I know him. I'm glad that I know him. But, you know,
did you look at the tape? You looked at the tape?
I've looked at it, I've visualized, I've went through it 3, 4, 5 times. I mean, it's in my head.
He has a tape of you having sex.
Your Honor,
well, this is the first time I've heard about
I have it right now.
a friend.
I have it right now.
Showing him. This is the first time I've even heard about a friend showing him anything. From when
have you seen the tape?
I've seen it, but he waited till my father died this year. He waited till 2 days after my father died and brought this allegation. I thought it was a joke, honestly.
Well, I thought
was it
that too.
No, it's not me. I've never cheated on this man, period.
You have the tape?
For 12
I have
years.
the video.
And it doesn't look like me.
Look like you. Your Honor, before I do this, I want you to keep in mind 2 key points.
Okay.
First of all, the first thing is very explicit, as you already know. Second of all, take a mental note. First thing, the hair. Second, the complexion, the facialness.
First of all, it's not me. The
what I want
complexion
you
is
to
off.
do-
We might be the same
what I would
body
like you to
weight,
do
and
is
they both have natural hair. But I have tattoos that you will be able to see on there. I'm very light. You will be able to see my veins in my legs. And the woman is clearly older than me to the point where I've actually screenshotted her face to show him that it's not
That
me.
is
And
not
he's
you.
still
Your
stuck on the
Honor,
fact that it's
Your
me.
Honor, screenshot and actual motion. It's too different. So, wait a minute, Your Honor, as you press play, I want you to just keep looking back and forth. Like,
No, I'm
keep
gonna do my
looking.
job. I'm gonna do my job.
Just keep looking. Do that mental facial recognition. Just keep looking.
And he'll keep saying I know my wife, but obviously you don't, because that is not me.
Well, I should know after 12 years.
At all. No.
Arched eyebrows. Eyebrows. Remember
Not
the
at
fro.
all.
Look at her hair. Look up.
But when this video even came out, my hair was way shorter than hers even is.
It grows. It's hair.
That's not my complexion. And
Really?
I have visible tattoos on my arms, on my legs. You will be able to see it.
Of course, that's what makeup for too. Like,
But it's in his head.
I don't know if it's her or not.
oh, it is. Joe, take a look.
I saw a lot of stuff, but her face
How
wasn't
about-
one of them, so
how about-
I don't know.
About another one.
And everybody told him this. He showed this video to my mother, my friends. It's embarrassing. Like
No.
my sister and
I
everybody
need
told him
some
it's not me.
combat pay.
First of all, they all involved too.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Other than the tape,
That's
whether or
just
not it's her,
one
we
of
don't
5.
know. But other than that, why do you keep accusing her of cheating? What other things has she done that would lead me to believe she's cheating?
For example, one time, Your Honor, we're around the neighborhood, and it's a guy I know that's up the street. She tells me that she's going to a friend's house, which is clear across town. I go up the street, I see the vehicle in front of the friend's house. So I go, I call, hey, what's up, what you doing, y'all? She's giving me the whole story like she's over there, but I clearly see that she's elsewhere. Yeah. So when I do confront her, and I'm hoping that she'll just come out or, tell me the truth. She just denies it.
Because
she just straight denies it. Same as she doing this.
Never cheated on him?
Never, in 12 years.
Never, in 12 years, never, not one time.
Never. I even told him I take a lie detector test, anything that it takes to prove to him.
You going down with gasoline thrones on.
I'm
telling you.
Okay, my question is this. I understand you have children, and you believe that one of the kids isn't yours.
He does.
Why do you believe that one of the kids isn't yours?
One kid looks like me, the other kid looks nothing like me. It's not no type of features whatsoever.
Yes,
I mean, down to an eyelash, a nose hair, a toenail. Nothing.
But first of all, before we even had this child, I told him that my genes were very strong. I look nothing like my mother, everything like my father.
Oh, yeah.
So I already knew that because we had very strong genes in that family. But everybody says that he's 50-50 to the point where when we were in the hospital with the baby, the nurses knew that he was the father because the baby looked just like him.
Yeah,
Your Honor. Let me say that.
No. Here's the thing I have to say. I just always find it tremendously arrogant that people will look at me. I don't see me in them, so it can't be mine. My youngest child is lighter than both me and my husband. You can't go by that. You just can't go by. Oh, stop it. Now I want to talk about finances because I think we've talked about this as long as we can. Now I want to talk about your finances and why it's so much trouble at your house.
She'll sit there and say, well, I'm getting a tax refund, whatever. I'm gonna give you $1,000.
No.
$1,000 turns into $10 or $15, or increments of 15, 20. So I'm sitting there like, really though?
Ms. Francis, why don't you tell me why you think finances is destroying your marriage?
He's always had a problem with money, period. Like taxes. He thinks I should give him a certain amount of money when I was going to school, getting school refund checks. And it's like, I have to pay back that money. I'm the one that's going to school. I'm the one that's getting a degree. I have to pay it back. I don't mind doing for you because I have given him money. But he's never appreciative and he's never happy at all with what I give him. If I give him $300 per se, he'll give it back and then think that I'm going to beg him to give him money, and it's not going to be like that. Like, you take what I give you and you be appreciative for it. Like,
Mr. Williams, what do you have to say about that?
She's the type, first of all, when it comes down to finances or what have you, since our child has been born, she put me on child support.
Then when we had to take care of him, and we both agreed.
I'm talking, and when we had got married, till this day, I'm still on child support.
But I paid to take him off of child support.
So
he didn't show up for court.
So I said, well, you faithfully keep the money.
And you get your fro
done.
The money. I give him the money.
And then she would sit there and tell me, well, hey.
He still doesn't do what he's supposed to do.
She'll sit there and say, well, I'm getting a tax refund, whatever. I'm gonna give you $1,000.
No.
$1,000 turns into $10 or $15, or increments of 15, 20. So I'm sitting there like, really though? But I can go to the store and a pack of cigarettes turns into $60, $70 because I done bought pizza,
That's what he
maybe a
chose
half
to buy.
a steak sub or something. Like, I'm treating you. I always come through on what I say. If I say I'm going to do this for you or what have you, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to you. She does the complete opposite. And the only thing I look at is that you're only giving me back my own money.
That's a lie.
First of all, who's married and still pay child support?
You, because you didn't show up to court.
So then when I
didn't show up to court.
So then when I tell her, well, look, that's because you done changed everything.
I didn't do anything.
Okay,
That's a lie.
Ms. Francis, you say Mr. Williams is controlling. Why do you say that?
He tries to control every situation. Everything has to be about him. I graduated from college. He makes up this fake argument and leaves, knowing that I would be distraught if he didn't go to my graduation. Long story short, we had to go chase him down. I wound up being late to my graduation. Nobody seen me walk across the stage because he wanted to have a hissy fit and control the whole situation. He controls. He wants to.
What did he want to control? I don't understand.
He wanted it to be about him. Everything had to be about him, and because the spotlight was on me and he didn't have anything to do with it, he left and knew that I was going to be upset about the whole.
You.
Yes.
Mr. Williams, what do you say happened at her graduation?
She was late, as usual.
Because
over-prepping herself. My whole thing is that everyone's sitting there saying, come on, come on, come on. Then when she gets there, and we finally get there, she's upset because we don't get to see her walk across the stage. Everybody else done already graduated, took pictures and smiled.
Did they miss you because you were late?
We were late because he decided that he was going to leave and walk from one side of town to the other because he was upset, and we had to go all the way across town and pick him up.
Did that happen? Did you walk off?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, you did.
A bunch of add-ons.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I got you. Now I want to talk about the fact that you believe he's disrespectful and how that is injuring your marriage.
One day he comes to the job and I'm not at my register, I'm a cashier. He says that I'm in the bathroom having sex with another man while I'm helping the customer with cameras everywhere and everything else.
Mr. Williams, did you think she was sleeping with somebody at her job in the bathroom on break? Should a wife collect child support from her husband if they're together? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back. You say he's disrespectful and controlling. You say he tries to control what goes on at your job. Explain that to me.
One day he comes to the job and I'm not at my register, I'm a cashier. I'm helping a customer. He says that I'm in the bathroom having sex with another man while I'm helping the customer. I finally come back because he sees another guy walk past after I came back to my register. All of a sudden, I was sleeping with somebody in the bathroom at my job with cameras everywhere and everything else.
Mr. Williams, did you think she was sleeping with somebody at her job in the bathroom on break?
No, Your Honor, no.
Yes.
What it is, Your Honor.
Tell me what you thought.
I work at the job.
Exactly. That's what makes it all the more worse.
So I'm in one part of the department.
You were outside.
She's in another part. But it's because of that. And
I
everything
have no
else.
reason to cheat. Not one time.
Hang on. Never, not one time.
Never.
In the 12 years you've been together, you've never slept with anybody else.
Another man can do for me, period. Like, other than the craziness that's going on and the accusations, he's actually a good person. Like, he came in my life, he helped me with so many things that I was going through, my insecurities, everything. I'll give him that. But I don't have a reason to be with another man. If I break up with this man today or tomorrow, I still don't need another man. That's not what I'm looking for.
Mr. Williams, let me ask you this. What is it, why do you think, did she sleep around a lot before you got married?
No.
What brings you to?
It's not what I think. It's what I know.
He knows everything.
I was sitting outside one day of her mother's house. I'm sitting there waiting for her. She's supposed to be in the mother's house.
And I was.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, the house is splitting up into two. So it's a neighbor that actually lives upstairs. So I'm sitting there and I'm sitting on the porch and I'm waiting. I'm constantly waiting, but I keep hearing her voice. The window's open, so she's loud by nature. So I'm hearing her upstairs talking to the guy. So I'm sitting there, I say,
what were they saying?
They was just like talking like, hey, this, that. They was in a conversation. My thing is that I knew and heard my wife's voice. And I know that she wasn't downstairs.
You don't
She was
know that.
upstairs. So
but why
what happens is I get tired of waiting. I go ahead, hit the bell. Mom comes to the door in the robe.
And I come right through my mother's door.
So no Anye. So then I look up, she's coming from upstairs, coming down, exhausted. Like she done ran 2 track meets.
And might I add you, he was partying then too.
So I'm sitting there, so I sit there and I say, are you serious? I said, are you serious? So the mama like just like shaking her head like.
My mother's told him several times that I never have been upstairs.
I got it. It's never going to make any more sense to me.
It's not. And that's why I'm done with it.
My point is,
because I
she
can't
can
deal
sit
with
there
this.
and tell me blue in the face. Look, the sky is purple and it has pink colors. It's not.
I got you, Mr. Williams. I got it. How would you deal with a partner who doesn't trust you? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You want $120 from him, Mrs. Williams, after all these years. What's that $120 about?
This right here.
What happened?
He got upset and he dropped my phone on the concrete and then tried to say it was an accident. He had broke the same phone I had before this that he bought. So I went and bought my own phone, so he didn't have a reason to touch it because he breaks everything. I mean, either takes everything or breaks everything. And here we go, and he decided to take this and break it. Oh, it was an accident, supposedly. But
Mr. Williams, what happened with the phone?
A lot of times, I'm gonna say maybe out of all the times or whatever that we done had this phone situation, they was replaced. And once, I'm gonna say one time it was like I actually got mad. But the other times it was like, it was really
Well, we're talking
accidental.
about this phone right here.
That
What happened
was
to this phone?
accidental.
That was accidental.
That was accidental.
So you own up to it when you do it. But you just didn't do it that time.
Hey, I have to live, I gotta, show her, like, you gotta be honest one way or another. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just sit there and talk to you and tell you, like, if I did it, I did it. That was accidental.
And if I did it, I did it. And if I didn't, I didn't. So that's what you need to get through your head.
Okay.
But you don't.
So, hey, Mr. Williams, are you interested in whether or not this baby is yours?
Absolutely.
Do you really believe it's not yours?
I do. Biologically,
let me say this. You're just as wrong about the baby as you're as wrong about everything else. Nothing that you've said here has made sense. This child is yours.
Hello.
This is your kid.
That's what's up.
99.9999999. This is your child. And as bizarre and as convinced as you were that kid wasn't yours, is the same kind of logic and reasoning that goes into everything else that you deal with. It. I heard her voice and she was wondering. Doesn't make any sense. It really does. If I were you, keep stepping, because people who are stuck on this kind of hamster wheel of thought usually never get off. Mm-hmm. And he will beat you to death with it if you don't walk away from it. For my own sanity, Mr. Williams, if I were you, I'd go to see somebody and have them look into what's going on up there. I want to make sure that you know that you got stuck on something that's not real and you can't get off. And it cost you your marriage. I don't want it to cost you your relationship with your child or to cost you an ability to have a rational, sane relationship with anybody else. Because the things that you told me in here make no sense at all. I mean, at all.
You just gotta look.
So, as wrong as you were about that child, you're wrong about the rest of it because it makes no sense at all. I believe he dropped the phone on purpose, $120 in favor of Miss Francis.
Thank you. This marriage has been over for a while now. I have no regrets at all. I did everything I possibly and humanly can do. And I'm just out of answers. There's nothing else to do because he's going to keep thinking the same way he does.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. She can go her way, and I'll go my way. I know what's going on. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here at Divorce Court today because Bobby's a cheater, he's bad with money, and he has a bad attitude.
Christina cheated early on in the relationship and it destroyed us.
I know how to save money, Bobby knows how to spend money. I'm not really sure where all the money goes.
I feel like I don't get to spend money the same way she gets to spend money. It makes me feel angry and less fortunate than her.
Bobby, I need you to step up and be a husband and act more mature and treat me better.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Christina Davis and Bobby Dunbar. The two of you have been together for 6 years, married for 4 years. Mr. Dunbar has been busy. He's got 1 child with you, 6 altogether, so 5 with other women. Yes. Stair step. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Busy boy. And Ms. Davis, you have 4 children total. Why don't you tell me why you're here today?
I'm here to save my marriage.
Okay.
Bobby and I have been having a lot of problems. We argue all the time. Things are very chaotic at home, and we just can't agree on anything.
What's the biggest problem you have? I understand that he has a history of cheating. Is that true? Is that true?
Yes.
The history was before you were married and after you were married.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe the cheating has stopped?
I believe so.
Mr. Dunbar, have you confessed to all the cheating that you've done?
Yes, ma'am.
You've told her about everything?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has it been since you last cheated on her?
2014.
So we're talking 3 years, 4 years. Oh, Lord, can't count. 4 years. Okay. Now that the cheating has stopped, what is standing in the way between you guys and happiness?
We can't let it go. We argue about how we've hurt each other in the past.
Right.
With the cheating back and forth. It's the same argument over and over.
So back and forth, that means you cheated as well?
Yes.
Okay. How often did she cheat, and how did you find out about it?
She's cheated, I'm gonna go with 4 times that I know of.
Okay. No.
Three was sexual, 1 was an emotional.
Okay. Ms. Davis, you don't agree?
No.
How many you say?
1.
1 time? Or is it 1 guy multiple times?
1 guy.
Multiple times. Okay,
no,
I got
not
you.
multiple times.
Not just 1 guy, 1
Just
time?
1 guy.
Why don't you tell me how you've caught him cheating?
A few months after we got together, there was a woman that started sending me messages asking me if I was still with him, telling me that he was telling her that he loved her, and she sent me proof of the messages. And, you know, then he cut off contact with her, so I kind of let it go, and we moved on. And then right after we got married, there was a family member's. I found out that he had been sleeping with this woman. And he told me it was like a one-night stand, and other friends and family told me it was more like an ongoing relationship. Wow. And we ended up staying with that family for a little while. And while I was staying there, she showed me text messages that were going on between the 2 of them. And she asked me not to say anything.
So she wanted you to keep quiet about the messages?
Yes.
But were they still in the middle of texting each other?
Yes.
So it was ongoing right in front of you?
Yes. I would check his phone, and there would be no messages there.
So he was deleting his end. Mr. Dunbar, did that happen?
For starters, no. Yes, no. The text messaging, yes. The affair, though, happened before the marriage. Wasn't so much as I love you text. It was my wife's driving me crazy text. So
the other woman is typically not a good person to go to for counsel with respect to marriage issues,
right.
just like on the general principle.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. When did you catch her cheating, and how?
That time I knew because she had told me, and we had to do paternity on our children, on our child, because of that.
She wasn't sure.
Right. And the second time, she had started by telling me he wanted her to babysit his kids for him. And then it went to overnights. And she had told me that there was a secret, and basically she had told me she was sleeping with this person. And then the third time, she was having I call it an emotional affair, which she was texting another man, a coworker.
Gotcha. How did the paternity test turn out? It was yours? Okay, cool. We're going to move forward here. Okay. I want to talk about, once you got married, if and how things changed. And I also want to talk about your financial situation, because, Ms. Davis, you say he is financially irresponsible. Movies, food, speakers, random stuff before you pay the bills?
Yeah, but she buys coloring books and crayons and stuff we don't need for the house as well.
Yeah, coloring books, speakers, you know. You say he's financially irresponsible.
Yes.
Why don't you explain what that means?
Well, between the 2 of us, we make more than enough money to pay our bills and everything. But it seems like there's never money. You know,
Where does the money go?
I don't know. I don't know fully.
Are you the one who actually pays the bills? I mean, are you the one that actually submits them?
I try to, but Bobby tells me that I'm controlling and he won't give me his check. And it's not that I want to keep his check. I just think it would be easier if one person manages all the bills because
then
we
things
don't have very
fall
good
through the cracks.
communication.
Yeah.
So
she claims she doesn't know where your money goes, and you're barely scraping by, even though you're making a good salary.
I'm not gonna say I don't have a money problem, but what I am gonna say is we both have a problem. The reason for that is if she wasn't busy spending her money on her job, then we would have the money.
Busy spending her money on her job. What does that mean?
She buys things for her place of employment, and they're supposed to reimburse, and they don't.
Okay.
I've spent a total of like $50 in a year.
Are you a teacher?
Yes. So I buy things here and there for my
She's
classroom.
an infant teacher. She bought a crib that the job they should have provided.
Okay, that's one crib. You guys have been together for years. You don't work, right? You're
I'm working
checking
now.
You're working now. You were on SSI.
Yes.
But you bought one. That's one crib. Do you buy things like movies, food, speakers, random stuff before you pay the bills?
Yeah, but she buys coloring books and crayons and stuff we don't need for the house as well.
Yeah, coloring books, speakers. You know, is her spending as lavish as yours?
No,
Be
I would have to
honest.
say I'm worse.
Right.
But she does have her little nicks and crannies, which I call them.
Yeah, everybody does. But here's the thing. I know you people are here to get some help. And the one thing I know for sure is you will never, ever get off a dead stop stuck until you own your other stuff without pointing at the other person's stuff. You know, you said, you know, I'm bad with money, but she's bad with money too. You can't just say, yeah, I'm bad with money, because you got to correct that. You can't continue to be bad with money because she's also bad with money, even though you're worse. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to own your stuff, or you'll never get it unpacked. Ms. Davis, you say that Mr. Dunbar has terrible temper tantrums, and I want to talk about that next.
He's broken things in our house. It's mainly the doors.
Mainly the doors. Now, Mr. Dunbar, do you sign on for having done those things? Should one person in a marriage be responsible for managing the money and the bills? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Tell me about Mr. Dunbar's temper tantrums.
He goes into a rage. If I say anything that he doesn't agree with, we fight all the time about petty things.
Give me an example, something really small y'all went to town over.
Usually it has something to do with the kids. Like, we argue about whether or not the kids can shower in the morning. I mean, you know, and like we'll be driving down the road, and his anger is so bad that if I say something that upsets him, he'll slam on the brakes, and I'm worried we're gonna get into a wreck. He's thrown my ring out the window, and it got lost.
Do you have any examples? I see you have a folder there. You got something you want to show me?
Yeah, I have pictures. He's broken things in our house. It's mainly the doors, like the door panels.
Mainly the doors.
Yeah, the screen doors don't shut.
Now, okay, turn around and look. Now, Mr. Dunbar, do you sign on for having done those things?
The one on the left, yes. The one right here, no. The one here, no. The one there, no. Those were already, the two window ones were already there.
Already there. You just did the one in the middle.
The one on the left I did do, and I got a real good.
Do you agree you got a temper problem?
I do agree.
Because I can see, I can bring right here. Even talking, you can get right there. Right here. But you want to fix this thing, though, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does she have a temper as well?
No, she just has a way of shutting down. Like, well, she gets mad, she leaves. She goes upstairs. You don't see her.
Have you always had a bad temper, or is this something that has arisen out of the function of what's going on in the household?
Your Honor, it's gotten to where it's at now because, like, I feel like I'm alone in the house. I feel like I'm taking care of all the kids. She's not there. She's not backing me up. So yes, it gets overworked. I get overwhelmed.
Well, where is she?
She's either working or she's upstairs sleeping. So that's kind of where that goes.
Are you just working and sleeping?
No. If I'm upstairs, it's usually because I leave the area because he's yelling and screaming or throwing things, and it stresses me out, so I leave the situation because I don't want to fight in front of the kids. And the only way to stop the argument is if I leave the room.
How does that sound? Go ahead.
So all that relates to because it starts because I correct our kids and she doesn't agree the way I correct them, or she doesn't back me up.
Are you cool with your correction, or are you running and charging? Are you cool?
At first, I'm cool. I am cool at first, till she comes down and gives me a bunch of problems about either the punishment or that I'm either being unfair. So she basically overjumps me, and then it sets me off.
Do you disagree with how he parents?
I do.
What do you think he's doing wrong?
He's usually just way too hard on the kids, and he parents by yelling and screaming. And
you're yelling and screaming at him?
Our kids, not to mention names, but our kids took off with our car 3 weeks ago. I have to be strict with these kids. They need supervision, they need guidance, and I'm sorry to say it, I love my wife, but she's not guiding them, she's not parenting them, she's not thinking of the reasons why I'm so strict with them. I mean, let's be a little honest. When I met her kids were, they were.
Oh, so you're parenting kids that you weren't on board with from the beginning. They're stepchildren that are brought into the household.
The kids tell me to shut up, and I'm stupid, and she's okay
and you
with
think that she's undermining you. You're trying to bring some order into the home, and she believes that you believe she's undermining you.
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't hit him, does he?
No. But I feel
are you loud and poppy?
I'm loud, and I have to be. I feel like I have to be. I feel like I'm the only parent there. So when you have 4 kids and you get overwhelmed, there's only so much I can do.
I think you're wrong about that. I think it's a matter of not knowing how.
You
know what I mean? It's a matter of not knowing how, and I think that you're 10 years younger than she is, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that a lot of what's happening here is 2 people who don't know how to get out of an ugly spot. And I'm gonna do the best I can to get you started in the right direction. How should discipline be managed in a blended family? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I don't want you to interrupt me because I got a lot to say, very little time in which to say it. And I don't want you to dig into a detail when I'm talking broad stroke pictures, okay? Number one, we're gonna start with the children. You guys have got to get this on the same page with that. And the way you get on the same page is not dealing with the circumstance when the circumstances happen. You should have a conversation between now and home about what the rules are. Get a piece of paper out so everybody's clear. Hey, Johnny should do A, Bobby should do B. They should be in bed by C and by D. If that doesn't happen, number one, we're going to take the Game Boy. Number two, we're going to take the... Sit down and figure out what the rules are. So everybody's just not working from dead stop. I'm upset. That's number one. Number two, you have got to get calm.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know what I mean? When in any aggravating situation, the first fight you have is always with yourself. And you got to remember, your kids will be as loud and poppy as you are. It's not the rage and the fear that makes them behave, but it's consistency, it's respect, it's certainty. That's what makes them behave. So what you have to do is be consistent and be certain. Hide them keys. I don't know, do all of that, but be consistent and be certain. Kids want a certain level of discipline, but they want to know that the same thing is going to happen on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Another reason probably why they're misbehaving, they may be misbehaving before you got in the picture. If you've got a chaotic home, they're in chaos all the time. And if they're in chaos all the time, they act out. They just act out. So what you guys have to do, since you're the one with the anger problem, you have to make a decision every day that you're not going to get angry. You know what I mean? And there's a whole lot of different ways to do that, and I've talked about it before, and I'm going to have you go see someone to help you. But every morning you should say out loud to yourself, today, just for today, I'm not going to get angry. If she does A, B, C, or D, I'm not going to get angry. And if I do, I'm going to go outside and walk around the block.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you do anything else. I think you love her.
I do.
I think you don't want to be that angry dude. And you've got to remember, the fight is not you and the kids, not you and her, it's you and you. That's where the fight is. Encourage his change of state of mind. You know, stay in it with him. Don't just say, hey, let's deal with this first fight. Let's calm this down. I'm right here, babe. I'm not going anywhere. Back him up. When there's punishment out there, back him up. He's quiet. And then applaud what he does. If he comes, you know, if he usually comes 100 and he comes in at 50, you got to applaud the 50. You know what I'm saying? Because that encourages that behavior. And you have got to let go of the past. There's no way to even that score. She loves you, she stayed. He loves you, he stayed. That's over with. You're two new people with a clean slate. Don't ever bring up what happened some years ago. It's all over with now. It's all over with now. Go to a marriage counselor. Those people are good. They can tell you they can look at what you're doing and tell you a different way to get it done so you know how to do it. But in broad strokes, that's what I'm telling you to do. And I know you're tired of it. Sick and tired of it. And what I'm telling you is, let that go for that 6 month of effort that you're going to give to make this thing work. You know what I mean? You got a right to be cranky and tired of it. Got a right, but it ain't going to do you no good. So don't entertain it. I like you both. Good luck to the both of you. This matter's adjourned.
So we spoke a lot about your anger today. What will you do to kind of work on that?
I think I'm gonna do what she says.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning and tell myself I'm not gonna get angry.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means walking away and going upstairs, that's what I'm gonna do.
What are some of the things that you're willing to do to make sure Bobby doesn't go off the deep end?
I think I need to give him more support and encouragement.
Today on Divorce Court.
I want my husband to make a decision of who he's going to defend in our marriage, if it's going to be me or is he going to defend his family.
My family members have caused a lot of issues within my marriage, and that's something that we need to fix.
I grew up in foster care. I ran away when I was 15, and then I was homeless from 15 to 18, so I have to look after me before I look after someone else.
I admit I have lied in the past, but it's time to leave the past in the past.
We have a really open relationship when it comes to communication, so when he lies, it really makes me feel like really disrespected. Why lie? You could just tell me the truth, and then we can work through it. But now we have to work through the truth, and we have to work through why you're lying. So if you lied about a bill, don't just say sorry and think it's over. I need to understand why you lied about that. We need to fix that problem.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Carlos Dillard and Chris Dillard. The two of you have been together for 7 years, married for the last 3, but you are in trouble, so you have come to me. Mr. Dillard and Mr. Dillard, do you mind if I call you Carlos and Chris? Because otherwise, I'll just get confused.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Carlos, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Awesome, Your Honor. So, like I said, we've been together for 7 years, and overall, I love this man, but we have a side chick problem, and it's not a person I can fight. It's a family member, and they literally, like, by every aspect of side chick, we pay for bills, we pay electricity, we pay for car payments, we pay for back to school shopping. And I can't fight them because if it was a regular side chick, I'm at the door.
Right.
But this one I can't. So it's a family member of his, and I've talked to him over and over and over about it, and it's affecting our marriage.
Give me
everything.
an example of some outrageous economic demand or request this side chick has had.
So we purchased 2 cars for this family member. Actually, Chris purchased the first one in college on his own when we were dating. After we got serious, we gave them a car and just asked them to just pay for the payments and the insurance. But after you pay for it, it's all yours. No down payment, no nothing. And we had already paid for half the car. Ever since then, they've asked us to pay for electricity, and all along, my family, my parents are poor. My parents live on the street, and I don't even help them. So it's really hard for me just to give up all my money to your certain family members when I don't even do it for my certain family members.
Now, Chris, what's going on with this family member?
Well, I will admit, Your Honor, that has happened. However, this particular family member, from growing up with them, I was looking at it from a child's point of view, so I saw that they were never given a chance. And so as an adult, I saw myself as able to give them that chance they were never given, and started working pretty much at 14 years old. Started giving them 25% of my paycheck pretty much every time I got paid. My family member ended up needing a new car, so I took out a student loan and bought this family member a car. At
any point, without him saying anything, did you start to feel used at all, or?
The stories didn't always make sense. It was like, it's just too good to be true, like that really happened.
How long did you know that and continued to support that?
I would say that I knew it from the get. However, like I said, this person wasn't given a chance when I was younger, which I thought. But as I got older and started talking with adult family members as an adult and started talking with Carlos more and actually believing what he was saying,
But oops, sorry, not to cut you off, Your Honor, but what he's forgetting to let you know.
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna let you do it, Mr. I'm gonna let you do it, Carlos, but no more.
I'm so sorry, but what he keeps saying, he's admitting and saying like, oh yeah, I know, but he lied about it. He lied about the whole thing. I asked him for months. Like he said, he knew from the beginning. You just asked him.
Right.
He lied to me about the whole thing. He told me that we paying all the bills on time, because with the bills, paying the money is one thing. But when you're actually not paying for the actual bill and then the creditors are looking for you, that's a whole different thing.
Do you still deal with this person at all?
I actually cut them out of my life.
Money and emotions don't belong in the same room. They really, really don't. And you've got to marshal your money, especially when you're married. Your obligation is to him and nobody else. Financially, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you have kids or something. You with me on that one?
I'm with you.
You can't lie to him about somebody else. Shoot, when I was 15, my sister never had no money. I used to charge her interest. I ain't saying that was right, but money is money, and feelings are feelings. Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Speaking of...
Carlos, why don't you tell me what else is going wrong at your house?
Speaking of, like you said, 15, I've been on my own since I was 15. I was a foster child. I grew up, put myself through high school, put myself through college. So when he says this, like you said, I've been grown since I was 14 years old. I've been in foster care since I was 10, so I had to grow up real fast. So that's also another issue with our marriage is his immaturity. He does these little lies where and it always goes back to either something financial or just something super simple. Like, did you walk the dogs? Oh, yeah, I walked the dogs. Next thing I know, the dogs have pooped on my brand new carpet. I thought you walked the dogs. Oh, yeah, I must have forgot. How you just must have forgot when you just said 10 minutes ago that you walked the dogs? Did you pay the electricity bill? Oh, yeah, I paid the electricity bill. 2 days later, I'm at the electricity office begging them to turn it back on. So, like,
Okay, I will admit that stuff happened in the past, so I try to keep it in the past. Like with electricity, that was a few years ago. With the dogs, that was a few weeks ago, but the electricity... But,
he's just not financially responsible.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying he doesn't make
that.
money. This man makes a whole lot of money.
A lot of money. He just doesn't spend it right.
I gotta take credit cards from. I give him allowance. You get paid. Here's your $200 a week. Don't spend it all in one place. And I'm getting tired of doing that because I'm a grown. I got my own things I need to do too.
Chris, do you have anything? I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to say something about that, and then I want to talk about Carlos's temper.
Okay.
Do you see the concerns that he has with respect to you being cavalier about your obligations?
Yes, I see them. Before, it was more so that I wasn't... I cared, but at the same time, I was like, well, we have the money. You know what you're doing with it. So here, take the money. You go do what you need to do, and then I'm just going to go over here and chill.
So now I want to move on and talk about Carlos's temper.
He said a couple vulgar words, and it was like, I ain't got to deal with you no more. And he got out of the vehicle. I didn't tell him to get out of the vehicle. So once you got on, no, I just drove away. I didn't know your foot was under the car.
Chris, you say Carlos has a bad temper. Tell me what you mean.
He will take stuff from 0 to 100 real quick. That doesn't always need 100% of anger to deal with. Give
me an example.
Well, one time I lost my job, and then his first reaction was to go fight the guy and go and yell at the guy. And I was like, you know, we can't do that because I'm trying to get unemployment, and then he could use that against me. So I do try to think of stuff more logically and just try to figure out a better plan of action to take than just going and first thing is do, just go
Give me
and...
another example of his anger.
Another example is we had an argument in the car one time on the way back from the movies. Then I got out the car to just walk home, and the light turned, and then he didn't see me on the side of the car and ended up hitting my ankle. And that hurt pretty bad. And so we talked about that, and it was like, you know, we have to just learn how to control our emotions more. Because I do have an anger problem as well, but I think that I can control mine a little bit more when it comes to certain things than Carlos can.
Carlos, what's your response to that contention?
People who live the life that I lived are usually in debt or behind bars. So the fact that I'm married and successful, and the only issue that I have is an anger problem, I'm okay with that because I've been through a whole lot.
So live with it, brother. I'm a little hot-headed. Suck it up.
But it's not anger. I call it passion. Like for the examples that he gave, he forget to tell you that he's been having problems with that boss, and for the last 6 months before he said got fired, I was like, you should be looking for another job. You should be looking for another, because once you lose your job, it's gonna be all on me. So he forgets to tell you that part. So yes, when he came home, I lost my job. Yes, I wanna go fight because I told you that you're gonna lose your job, and then you did nothing to be looking for a new job now, you know? Or in the time that you knew that you were having a rocky situation. So I didn't see that as being outlandish or unapproachable. I was like, bro, I already told you that you're gonna lose your job.
Right. So but why didn't you handle your business?
Why didn't you handle your business? So yeah, I do come off, because I think about it. I think about things ahead of the time, and I feel like I've been married to him for so long, his brain should work like mine, you know?
Chris says he has a bit of a temper himself. Do you think Chris has a bad temper?
Chris ain't got no temper. That's the problem.
Explain how that's a problem.
Perfect example. You lost your job. I'll get another one. Just so nonchalant. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, we gotta get food stamps. We gotta get unemployment. Like, who's gonna pay for this bin sit in the garage? Like, and then it feels he's very. But then something little could take him, and then he just explodes. And then
give me an example of something little that made him explode.
Okay, so perfect example. When I ran over his ankle with the car.
That's not a little thing, is it?
But the situation that led to that was like he said, we was at a movie, and I didn't like the way he was talking to me. So I was like, you need to watch the way you talk, like who you talking to. And he feels like whenever I disrespect him, especially when he's making a lot of the money, he feels like I should just like do what he says. And I was like, no. And then that little thing of me saying shut up, I said shut up. And he blew it all. Usually he's just real quiet.
What did
I
he
don't
say?
care. He said a couple vulgar words, and it was like, I ain't got to deal with you no more. And he got out of the vehicle. I didn't tell him to get out of the vehicle. So once you got on, no, I just drove away. I didn't know your foot was under the car.
Chris, do you care to address that?
I will say that with that, this happened in May. My grandmother died in May, so that's a bad month for me, where I just don't register my emotions, really, and then I just take everything to heart.
Yon, that's another excuse. That's an excuse.
Hey, hang on.
It is an excuse, but it's something that really happened that really affected me because my grandmother was the closest person to me as far as family goes. And so it really bothers me in May where when she died and then around her death day is when I'll have like a lot of emotions that build up and then I'll just lash out at Carlos just for a little stuff that he'll do or a little stuff that I'll do. I'll just get upset with him and take it out on him.
And when that happens, Your Honor, you're talking to a man who he doesn't say nothing. So when I get that reaction from him, it's really dramatic because that's not who he is. So when he comes after me, I feel like I have to come back 10 times harder.
Gotcha.
Which means we come back 10 times
I
harder.
got you. I want to know why he's not allowed to Snapchat.
And you cannot drive that car again. That's his problem. I'm speaking of rental cars as in like another person.
Oh,
It's a good reference.
Thank you, because I was so confused.
You look kind of lost.
I didn't know what was going on.
But now that
and
you know,
I was trying to look at Joe, and I didn't know.
Would you resent your partner financially supporting an adult family member? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Carlos, you say you do not allow Chris to Snapchat. Please tell me why.
well, if you know what Snapchat is,
I do.
You know it disappears.
Huh?
It disappears once you send the message or the picture. So I need something, like if you're gonna use the social media, it needs to be something that I can read through. I don't trust the whole send a picture, send the message, it disappears type thing. Because why you need a Snapchat? You could just put it on a regular text message,
Do you
right?
distrust him for any reason?
Yes, I do. Because we've had trust issues in the past on social media where he's talked to people on social media before. And for me, I'd rather you cheat on me sexually with someone than you have a relationship and like spend our financial money. Like if I catch you going out on dates, driving, going trips and stuff, that's gonna be a problem.
Did he do that?
I didn't do that.
Well, no, but she was talking about it in the text messages, in the
Okay,
little
I was
messages.
talking about like meeting up, but when I said meet up, I meant as a group with Carlos included, but as...
But here's my
if-
problem, Your Honor.
If you read the...
Hang on.
Well, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
If you read the message, it does seem like I'm flirting with the person, which I have been. I have flirted in the past, I will admit that, but I never took it as far as doing anything physical or going to meet anybody. It was more so just for conversation because I felt I was not being paid attention to, something like that.
My question is, do you see one of your major problems as being a failure to communicate?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard for me because I'm gonna say no because I tell him everything. Like we've been married for 7-8 years.
Right.
And we sometimes here and there he's communicated with me because when the cheating was happening or the sexting and stuff, I was like, all right, so obviously there's something as a husband I'm not doing for you. So what do I need to do for you? And he's like, well, you only have sex once every couple weeks. I'm like, well, that's all I can do. So So what I did...
I wasn't laughing at you. It was just funny the way you said it.
So what I did was I opened up, it's kind of like a rental car. We rent out our bedroom every couple weeks, and it's like getting a rental car. You go, you sign a contract, you understand what the rules are, but once you have that car, you can dog that car out, you can have fun with it, but at the end of the car time, you gotta send it back to the rental car place, and you cannot drive that car again. That's his problem. I'm speaking of rental cars as in like another person.
Oh,
It's a good reference.
Thank you, because I was so confused.
You look kind of lost.
I didn't know what was going on.
But now that you know...
I was trying to look at Joe, and I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was an analogy, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
But now that you know what I'm talking about,
I got it.
Perfect example, you go to rent a rental car, you sign a contract saying, once I'm driving this car, I can drive it like I was. But you know what? You don't treat it with respect. You put the 87, not the 92 in it when you put up in gas.
Right.
And then after you're done with it, you don't go back to that car. Yeah. His problem is he goes back, hey, how you doing?
That was in the past.
Are you too nice with the rent-a-cars?
In the past. In the past, I was too nice to the rental cars. I put 89 instead of 87 in there, just to
right.
keep conversation going. To keep conversation going, but
do you go reuse that rent-a-car after you've handed it in?
Oh no, I didn't. I never reused the rental car. I just would keep filling up the tank.
You go drive by and
right. I'll drive by, put a little gas in there, look at it a little bit, and keep driving. But now the rental car knows that it's gonna get dogged out. It's gonna get, if it gets gas, it may get 87. They put some diesel in there because it's cheaper.
So they know what the rules are.
Yeah, they know what the rules are. They actually read the contract, and everybody buys for the contract now.
Yeah. I do believe it's one of the best analogies, even though I didn't understand it in the beginning. I think I'm going to use it. I love that. Rent-a-car. I absolutely love that. You two love each other. You two have a problem. I know what they are. I'm going to tell you what I think you ought to do so you can save this marriage at the end of the day.
What would you do if your partner's sex drive was lower than yours? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram @Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Chris, what Carlos wants from you is to be a grown man. That's all he wants. And you know, it's easy to be lackadaisical when you have somebody who's on it. My man has been on it since he was 14, and he's tired. He's tired of being responsible. He's tired of having to, you know, being with somebody who will let the ball drop. Say, you know, it's one thing knowing you got the ball and you're the only one with the ball and nobody else is, but you got a team member, you toss them the ball and you drop it. It makes it even that much worse. He wants to know that you'll take the ball and not drop it and not lie to him about what you're doing with the ball. He's tired. Give that man a break. You love him, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Step up your game. You know what I mean? Step up your game. He's not asking you to conquer the world. He's just asking you to pay a bill. He's asking you to handle what you're supposed to handle. Don't make him ask twice. Don't be casual because you can. Be conscientious because you love. There's a difference. Carlos, I understand your anger problem, but it's hard to be with somebody who's cranky all the time. You're a lovely person. I enjoy talking to you. I like the story about the rent-a-car. I did. But you can't be, I've always had a bad temper, so I'm going to continue to have one. You need to be Carlos 2.0. You met me last year, nothing like the person I am this year, because whoever I was last year, I done upped my game. Up your game for the brother over here. You like him, you love him. Don't drive over his ankle, it's not good. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
you grow up, you calm down, and then you live happily ever after. This matter is adjourned.
What are you gonna do different now that you talked to the judge?
I'll grow up more and start supporting you more with the house and with finances and with our business and make sure that you do know that I am here for you, not just dropping the ball and making you pick it up and relying on you for everything.
And if you do that, I will do what the judge says. I will step my game up. I'll be Carlos 2.0, and I will try to be less angry and just try to be more happy and more nicer towards you as well and work on my anger.
Today on Divorce Court.
We're in court today because we lost communication. He won't interact with the children. He won't interact with me, but he has time for the cell phone and for his video games.
When I'm trying to come on to her, you know, trying to have sex with her, she rejects me and pushes me away, and I feel like she has someone else on her side.
I'm at a point where I'm not sure whether I want to continue to work on my marriage or if I want to leave and go in another direction.
I want the judge to get down to the bottom of our marriage.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Janisha Doss and Deontay Lewis. The two of you have been married for 4 years, together for 7 years, correct?
Correct.
And you've been here before, because I remember y'all. You were here for Save My Marriage. I had some things to say. Apparently you didn't listen, so we're back. And I want to see what we saw last time. When you date a child, this is what you get. He's not mature enough to handle a family and a wife. He hasn't got it together enough. That's why he gets angry all the time. He's watching porn. He's doing what a 22-year-old does. If you're going to dip down into the kiddie zone, you got to be prepared to raise him a little bit. Mr. Lewis, once you decide you get married, once you decide you have children, your days of being childish are over. Grow up, get a clue. You bought this on yourself in favor of Mrs. Doss. It is so ordered. Dipped into the kiddie pool. Ms. Doss, what happened since I last saw you, and why are you back again?
When we left, we did some counseling. Deontay got better with the porn and took care of that, and he even sought out therapy for anger. But what brought us back before you today is Deontay is not pulling his weight as a husband or as a father, and he's still getting angry over things that he shouldn't be.
What's wrong now?
What's wrong now is that Deontay has a problem with me having time to myself. He recently got injured at work, and I've been his nursemaid and everything to everybody in the house. And so I asked about maybe a weekend or spending a one night at a hotel. He has a problem with that.
He got hurt at work.
Yes.
At work.
Please highlight that.
At work.
Yeah,
I mean, the
highlight
last
that.
time you were here, he wasn't working. So hurt at work.
That's a big progress, isn't it?
Why you mad about it?
I'm mad about it is because he takes advantage of the situation. Like right now, when he first broke his ankle, I was in charge of grocery shopping, caring for the kids, bathing him, and doing all of that, and I was fine. As he started getting better, he started getting lazier, and it wasn't like, oh, I need you to do this because I'm hurt. It's, I need you to do this because I don't want to get up and do it myself.
I got it. Now, Mr. Lewis, let me ask you this. And this happens to people. People get used to not doing stuff. They get used to getting taken care of. Did you, at some time, not on purpose, but get used to being taken care of, and you don't want to let it go?
No.
Tell me what happened.
I'm independent. So whether if I'm hurt or not, I try my best to get up, move around, spend time with the kids, get our child, help do the dishes, clean up.
Stop. Now, tell me what it is, how you contribute to the household, broken ankle and all.
I get up, I help do the dishes every now and then. You know what I'm saying? When she starts to cook, every now and then I'll go in there, just to keep her company and,
Every now and then I keep her company when she cooks.
Every now and then.
Oh my goodness.
Just talk to her, and things like that. Or whatever, just so she won't.
If you ask somebody what they do during the day and they have to say 3 times, I get up,
that's all they're doing is getting up.
They're not doing anything. Mr. Lewis, let me tell you why she's upset with you. She's upset because you haven't taken on any tasks and responsibilities. Every once in a while, I is a person who is just dipping. They're not doing. And a woman or a man who's in a relationship wants to be able to say, hey, this individual has got this taken care of. If you think companionship in the kitchen while she's working is taking care of business, you don't know what the business is. That's all I'm going to say to you. Having said that, Mr. Lewis, what is your primary complaint about Ms. Doss?
My primary complaint is that she complains too much and she's easily triggered.
Easily triggered. What does she do once she's triggered?
Like, she'll just snap and shut down. Like, say, as far as we were supposed to went to the laundromat. I had a couple dollars and we were supposed to went to go wash. So I bring up the fact, okay, how about this week we go and wash, you know what I'm saying, and get our clothes clean. So when I bring it up, she gets an attitude and be like, and oh my God, and all this other type of stuff, because all she want to do, is just lay down and, just sit and chill. And it's we have to go and wash because we got to have clean clothes.
Does she not?
At home.
Yeah, at home, but it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And she does all the cooking, right?
Yes.
Because you only keep her company while she cooks, so we know she does all the cooking, right?
And I got kids to keep me company.
And she's got, what, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old? I mean, she's working. So all she does is lay down could not be true.
How would he
Now,
eat?
Ms. Dawes, let me say this. Your primary problem with him, other than lazy, is he's not making any money. But he had a job at the lumberyard. Can you give him a little room and credit for that?
Yes, I give him credit for that. I was making his lunches for that job that he was going to and making sure that he had what he needed. I cook and clean. I make money too. I do whatever it is that's necessary. I make sure the paperwork is done because some things, he don't understand when it comes to whether it's job paperwork and things like that. It's just that he's not appreciative. He feels like I have to do the things that I have to do, and it's not because I love him that I'm doing it. And as far as me cooking, that's a full-time thing. Cleaning the house, that's a full-time thing. Right. You could come there anytime and the house is clean. And with that many children, a lot of people cannot say that.
Right. But it's not just
Mr. Lewis, do you contribute meaningfully to those things, like cleaning the house and take care of the children?
I bought. Nah, I know she loves to cook. That's one of the things that she told me. She loves to cook. So she wants to start a cooking business. I bought her a flat top electric stove. She complains about.
So she can get out there and cook, make some money.
Yeah.
You went out and spent a whole hour.
And so
helping her work. How dare she?
How dare you?
How dare she?
The hell? You know what I'm saying? And so she gets.
Okay, I think I have got this issue fairly buttoned up. I know what's going on. So now I want to move on and talk about your opposing parenting styles.
I try to back up her play. It all depends on what they do, and it's like this talking about this is not gonna work. You see what they just did? They just lied to you right to your dang face.
And so do you.
Do you feel like he backs your play? Mr. Lewis, you're only 24 years old. And I've got to say, that's a lot of children to be responsible for. Do you find it overwhelming? And do you feel maybe you're a little bit out of your comfort zone dealing with so many children?
A little bit, because, for me being 24, and I work, it's like I'm extra tired. When I come off of work, that becomes another problem in our marriage because she feel like I don't spend enough time with the kids because I'm tired. I don't spend enough time with her because I'm tired after work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the dang morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I catch the bus.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Hang on, let him finish.
And so, she homeschooled the kids. You know what I'm saying? She does a hell of a job with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She does a hell of a job with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you feel like that you're backing up her play, or you have a different way of dealing with them? Or do you disagree with her?
I try to back up her play. It all depends on what they do. And it's like, I just okay, this talking about this is not gonna work. You see what they just did. They just lied to you right to your dang face.
And so do you.
Do you feel like he backs your play?
No.
No, she don't.
No,
so I don't care though.
Because if it's a situation, any situation, for the majority of the part, he has a problem with. And I don't always talk. I do take away things, like they're not allowed to go play, do certain things.
And so they be in their room just playing and clown.
His problem is that I'm not aggressive enough. But being aggressive does not always work. Being aggressive out in the street could get you arrested. Being aggressive at school could get you suspended. There's a lot of things that aggression does not solve. And if you're not gonna find a different way to do it, then the way you're doing it is not working either. So we can both sit here and point fingers all day. But what we need to do is try to figure out how to fix it.
Okay.
But in the street, though, you gotta be tough. You can't be out here in this world and just, just try to talk out the problem. You have to have some type of heart, some type of toughness in you, especially with boys.
But Mr. Lewis, I understand what you're saying. Let me say this about boys. You don't teach aggression, you teach self-confidence, and that's different. Self-confidence doesn't come when somebody's angry and yelling at you. Self-confidence doesn't come from that. That doesn't teach them to be hard and tough on the street. That teaches them to be uncontrolled and as uncontrolled and angry as you are. You are uncontrolled and angry in here. That's what the problem on the street is. The problem is everybody's out toughing one another. Nobody's thinking and nobody's talking. So I just want to say that. But I'm gonna move on from there, and I want to talk about your concerns about his disappearing and not being available. Why do you think he was cheating on you when he leaves like that? What makes you think?
Because he gone, like he working a job. Like, where do you have to go until 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning?
Is there any truth to her concerns that you might have had a situation with another woman?
Would you marry someone who already had 5 children? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Ms. Doss, you say Mr. Lewis disappears a lot and you believe he's cheating on you. Why do you believe that?
Because he'll take something minor, and even when the argument is over, that'll be his reason to leave. We got into it over the stove.
Oh, man.
Now, this stove that he in here bragging about, oh, I bought it, blah, blah, blah. So he burnt something on it. And then instead of
Not purposely,
moving,
though.
instead of
Lewis,
moving
please.
from that eye and cleaning it and moving on, he continues to cook on it. Now he's boiling stuff and then he's doing all of this. And I don't know how to take care of it yet. So yes, I get upset because I'm like, you're not gonna clean that off? And he like, well, I am. Just instantly trigger. I can't even be upset about something I appreciate that you got me, and you're being careless with it. And so that turned into an argument. So the argument was over. He went in one room, I went in another room, and then the door closed. That was at 9. About 12, because I give him his space, about 12, 12:30, start texting, where are you? Because he's not outside.
When did he come back? What time did he get back?
3 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the
3
morning.
o'clock that time.
That time.
Then last time we got into it over a situation with the kids. That argument was over at 9. He left out at 11 and didn't come back till 4.
Okay. Why do you think he was cheating on you when he leaves like that? What
Because
makes you
he
think?
gone, like he working a job. Like, where do you have to go until 3 and
Away
4
from
o'clock
you?
in the morning? Okay, but I
'Cause
bet
I
you
don't
if
wanna
I
be-
did
when
it,
we
you'd
get
be
into it, I don't
having
wanna
a
be in the
fit.
same house as her.
And I get that. You're angry. It's all loud. And you want to leave to get your head together.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so
Let's get that. Is there any truth to her concerns that you might have had a situation with another woman? The smile says yes, so cop to it so we can move on.
Basically, I met a girl, I met her, she seen me at the park, and
you
we
two-
started talking, and one thing led to another, and that's how that happened.
It became a sexual situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
all right.
Long story short.
Thank you for the truth.
No problem.
And you found out about it?
I did today.
Yeah.
I did today.
I thought you already knew.
Oh, no, ma'am. No. It was just a thought. Just a thought, but evidently I was correct in what I was thinking.
So you didn't actually know, you just thought he was, and you revenge cheated just in case. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Tell me what you did.
I met up with an old friend of mine. We exchanged phone numbers. We've been talking. We've been out a couple of times. And I have not been sexually active with him. I have an emotional affair because I'm attached to him. I care for him.
So why you don't give me none then?
Stop.
Who would want to? But,
Plenty
that,
of them.
I
Besides you.
I guess at the park, trifling.
You damn
but
right.
No.
All right. We're done with this conversation. Now I'm going to move the ball forward, hopefully back onto the playing field.
Do you think an emotional affair without sex is easier to forgive? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Much of what I want to say will echo what I said before. You didn't hear me last time, so I'll try to say it differently this time. Maybe I'll get somewhere. You're looking for a man where a boy exists. And the way to get a guy to level up is not to holler at him. The way to get the guy to do better is not to become angry and get an attitude. I understand he's frustrating as all get out. I'm frustrated. Been in here 15 minutes. I want to leave right now. I get that part.
But I love you.
No.
Okay.
He's childish. He's annoying. He doesn't know how to behave like a man. He doesn't know how to take it up a level and show up with as much as he can for the woman that he loves and as much as he can for the children that he's in charge of. What he does is he does whatever's comfortable for him at the time. You knew this, and I know you knew this because I told you. And you cannot ignore the truth of the matter just because you like the idea of having him. Because the idea of having him will soon get very old. That's what I'm telling you. Mr. Lewis, I asked you to grow up. You chose not to. You have 2 children now. You don't have any options other than to grow up. You two are going to have to pay. This is a save my marriage. I think that's the most absurd thing I ever heard. I think that you are not looking to level up. I think that you are looking to get away with as much as you can within the context of the circumstances that you are in, but to do no better than you have to do. That's going to frustrate the living daylights out of her, and you two will always be angry with one another.
I don't agree with that.
So I know you don't agree, but then again, you're here for a second time with an angry woman, an unsatisfied life, a whole lot of children, no money. So I've got a happy life, a couple of quarters, and no need to ask for counsel. So if you want to get better, the first thing you have to do is acknowledge what's wrong and then listen to somebody who knows more. If you put your ego before that, better never comes. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you save your marriage. Counseling won't do you any good if you're not looking to listen, if you're not looking to grow up, if you're not looking to be a better person. All the counseling in the world isn't going to do you any good. I'm going to send you back to one, but I'm going to say the same thing I said last time. You bought this problem by picking up a little boy and expecting him to act like a man, and you stayed a problem because you never turned into a man. How sad is that? This matter is adjourned.
It's like, why keep coming if it's not gonna work? If we're not learning anything, we're not moving forward, or we're moving forward and taking 5 steps backwards. That, I feel like it's no longer worth it, and I'm not willing to waste the time or energy.
Just skip it. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to even still stay together. Like I said, co-parent is better. She go her way, I go my way, and we'll be good.